got a wee. I hate it. Hate it. I think. I think. I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Like, get a wee visual and a wee theme tune that we can we can kick in with at the start. Um. Oh, aye. Oh, dude. Wait a minute. Like, we've already did it. I've got bits, for that video that I didn't use for the Worlds Collide wee intro thing. I've got bits for that I didn't use, so we could cut down something that's like 10 seconds long or whatever for a wee intro. That does like for some reason there's like several. What's that? Yes, we did, mate. We did. That's what I was going to say. For some reason, there is several bits. I know we discussed like kind of having the bits where we're sitting the opposite side and stuff, but we did like three or four dances. Pretty much, pretty much. Dude, it was like something like it was like something like 2.5 gigabytes worth of videos that I had in my phone by the time I got home, and I was like, let's see, try to cut them and just render it. I had to leave. See the final video. I had to leave that for like nearly nearly a day, like a whole day for it to render on my phone. It was yes, yes, yes. That's it. That's all that's left today, man. Like I tried like doing some sort of wee track over the top of it using samples, but I've got I've got like a wee bit of it. But the problem I was having was my PC is a piece of shit. I couldn't get it into the Dropbox properly because Dropbox was just like, here, mate, this is huge. What you doing? You need to like you need to, you need to shrink this down a wee bit. You need to shrink this down a wee bit. Compression, man, compression. But we just need to do that, man. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But yes, I think it was no wait. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was just before like all the restrictions, or they like. No, wait a minute. It wasn't. It was. It was in the second. It was between the first and the second lockdown. It was that wee. It was that wee window we got. I remember where we could actually go places, and yeah. But oh, definitely, man. There was a lot of dancing done that day. Also, I know worse than he's drawn. Worse. um, oh, did like we that was pretty funny. Like, my partner says to me, my partner says to me, so what you going to go and do? Like, what is it you're going to go and do? So I was saying to her, like, I'm off to meet Craig to go and record some video. And she was like, oh, cool. What you doing? And I was like, uh, masks. We're wearing masks and recording a video with masks on. And she's like, so that's what you just spent like last night making that mask so that you can go and play with your friend. And I was like, I don't really know how to answer that other than yes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. A 36-year-old man going to go to meet his friend and wear a mask and record videos. And we did a lot of dancing. It was fun. Oh, there's several bits that did not make the final cut. simply because I thought there was a few bits that both of us taking the helmets off, just like, man, that's fucking roasting. You took yours off at one point, like we were supposed to be recording a bit, and you just went like you just stopped, and you're just like, no, no, and you took it off, and like you're visibly your hair's stuck to your face and everything. It's just like, man, I can't do this. It gets far too warm. Oh, it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh. Um, yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm going to do, man. I just realised that I was actually drawing on the layer that I'd already made. Yes, we're going to finish this, and then we're going to possibly do something else. Are we? Oh, on you go. I can hear you.
Oh, I know you can hear me, but I think it's other people that can't hear me.
That's okay. That's okay. I can hear you, Craig.
What about now? It's all fuzzy. What is hammed? We didn't even touch anything.
Yeah, I never touched anything. You're
Ah, it's
you're the big
definitely
brother.
me. It is me. Is it still fuzzy? Sound alright now? He's just missed out on loads of good conversation. That was like 8 minutes of like the best chat that me and Spaceboy have ever had, and he's only heard one end it.
It was a fun time. Definitely fun.
Uh,
I think I've got a sketch here that
just did that sound alright, guys? If the rest of you's listening, because I don't know what we've done, but we seem to have messed up the audio again. It seems to be like a bi-weekly thing where we just mess up the audio.
see you keep saying we, and I feel a bit I I feel a kind of way about that, man, because
Oh, by the way, this
I'm
is our
I'm sitting on
stream.
my couch.
This is our stream, right? So see if something goes wrong on this. See if I burst into flames. We burst into flames. This is how it
Like,
works. There's not an
although it's
I
you,
in a team.
it's very true, Sally. It's very true. This is very true.
Right. So let's get into drawing. So let's say we were talking about if you could only hear Space Boys part, we were talking about context. The conversation we started on was we were trying to find a way to start the podcast, the stream, and
Aye,
we recorded. I know you've heard this, but obviously they couldn't hear me. And
I'm just agreeing.
we recorded loads of stuff. And I think maybe by hearing his parts, you might have got the gist of it. But we're going to try and get a wee intro so we can hit that because when we hit that go live button, we don't really know what to say.
I know it's like we don't want to kind of come across as, hey guys, how you doing there? It's all about it's
Welcome
all about
to the
done,
Craig
isn't
Imrie,
it?
no, created by Imrie and William Spaceboy Twitch stream. Tonight we will be drawing this.
Tonight you will be listening to a pair of boring bastards talking about art. Well drawing.
Maybe not always drawing or always talking about art. Right, but we're starting this again because we never finished this one last week. So what we'll do is we're going to finish this off. We might even, we did talk off stream about how we might do a picture of Kit
Yeah.
and Grin, but we might
Yes,
even
afterwards, man.
maybe even go into it's not even going to be as easy. Maybe like second layers. Maybe build this one up a wee bit, give it a bit more depth, some shading, some colour maybe. But we can't because
Oh no! Oh no! No, neither we can because it's a fucking PNG from last week.
oh well, this one's turning
Oh,
out pretty
did
good
you?
too.
I got a bit excited there as well. you know that? I was like, oh, I'll do those hills purple. Those hills look purple.
See,
That's it.
we
And
could do it
obviously,
if it was Procreate, but I'm sure there must be a way to do it.
well, I think we discussed that about there must be some way that we can get both our screens like kind of side by side on the stream. Do you know what I mean? Like casting both our screens at the same time.
Aye,
There must be a way to do that.
there is
Um,
if you're a
if anybody knows,
you can
tell us, please.
I can
Point us in
invite
the
you
right
to
direction.
Twitch, so I can do it so that I can invite you to my Twitch stream. You need to look into that, in fact, because
Okay.
now we're saying that we're affiliate. I don't know if it's when you're that or not. So if you're a certain rank or whatever you call it in Twitch, you can invite people to your stream and you can have
Uh-huh.
multiple people in the same stream. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
That makes
Okay.
sense. But you would obviously have to have your own Twitch stream, and it would kind of do
Aye.
that.
That's fine. Well, I've got a Twitch channel as well, so um, that
Kept
would
that
work.
quiet, streaming like 3 days a week and that. So it's going brilliant.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm finding it. I'm finding it ever increasingly difficult to just draw during the day these days. Because my 3-year-old son is what would you say, wild.
A 3-year-old.
That's a good. Uh, wild, definitely. That's it. He's got some fascination with the bathroom where he likes to put water into everything. Like so, anything he finds, like when he's playing with something, he likes to fill it up with water. Everything. Like I caught him the other day, and he was drinking out the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I was like, "What, dude? What are you doing?" And he's like, "I got a T-Rex, Dad, and it's got juice in it." And he was like, I just got it out the bathroom, and I was like, number one, you don't drink the water out the bathroom because in the tank and in acid, and it's no good for drinking at all. Definitely not. I've not even been up there. We just moved in years ago, and I'm pretty sure there's probably like
A
four
body.
squirrels and a pigeon in there. So like I don't really fancy drinking any of the water that the taps in the bathroom. And I was like, secondly, why the T-Rex? You know, why the T-Rex? It doesn't seem like a suitable drinking vessel at all.
Does it not? Because see, now that you're saying
No,
that, I totally want a T Rex drinking cup.
but look, see, you get the sides of the mouth, and then the water all pours out the sides of the mouth when you're trying to drink it. This is why small children are idiots, really. You know.
I'm still not getting that. I still definitely want a dino. It must be a thing because mine's is only 1.5, and see if he like we've got a wee gate at the bottom of the stairs and the top of the stairs, and see if he gets up the stairs, the first place he goes to is the bathroom. Right, this must be the most. This is the most boring room in the house. There's nothing in
Oh,
here.
it's that.
Your room's full of toys and cool stuff and things in the walls, and my room's full of things like printers and stuff that kids you think would like, but no, bathroom. I want to go and see what's in the toilet.
Oh, I stick my hands down the pan and stuff like that. Things that I'm not supposed to do.
But
Right. Um. So with this, I can't even remember where we were with this last week. Um.
aye, what it was is there's two astronauts. This is
Uh,
if anybody wants to join in the theme as well, guys. Two astronauts flying to a new planet. The planet's called Alien Woods. This is Alien Woods over here.
that's right. Okay. Yeah.
This is the two astronauts landing. They realise that there's some sort of life over here. There's smoke, which just in context, it's pretty hard to tell in that panel. Just put that out there.
I
uh,
know.
and then there was going to be something in the bottom left. It was them walking towards it. It was like a Stand By Me kind of esque scene with them walking down the train tracks kind of. And then
Yes,
the
that's
last
right.
one was going to be them round a wee campfire. I was going to draw the camp winter. That was what I was going to do. You're going to draw a big
Aye.
cartoon Mickey Mouse hand in that one. I think really.
Aye.
All you got.
Aye. He's going to have a. He's going to have big things. I was going to give him meals as well.
Like human
I
ears.
don't think he looks. I don't think he looks friendly enough at the moment.
Aye, you were going for friendly.
I was going for friendly. That's where I was kind of heading, and it always seems like I always head towards friendly or cute, and then just take a segue at some point, and it starts to turn kind of sinister.
A massive
Um,
like, 90-degree turn. Huge. There's friendly over
I,
there, but let's just turn and go the opposite direction of that. But that'd be 190 that. I understand my
I was
angle.
like, I'm going to give him, like big, I'm going to give him big eyes
A
and
big smile
like
in
a kind of
that.
small, kind of cute nose, and then a big smile, and then fill it with ragged teeth. That's what I'm going
I've
to
always
do.
found it. See if you want to make anything creepy, right? This is I'm alright with tips by the way. See if you want to make anything creepy. Let's see if I can draw something here, right? Ah, anything at all.
Yeah,
So
what did
say
you say?
you've got. I'm not going to draw over anything. Yours. So say you've got like a big happy face, right? And he's looking happy and cute and stuff, right? And like you would draw it on that and it's fine. But see if you draw individual teeth, it just makes things look
Oh, aye, definitely,
eerie, man.
definitely, and the spacing between the teeth makes it even creepier.
It's just,
Aye,
it's just wrong. Like you don't draw individual teeth. Maybe you do if you're drawing stuff. I don't know, hyper realistic and stuff. But individual teeth is wrong.
I also find like
Like this, like
see
that
like
there.
when you're
Look,
drawing an eye as well, right? And the smaller you make the pupil,
a what?
and the smaller you make the pupil, and the bigger you make the iris, so it makes it a bit intense.
I didn't know eyes had things inside them. My eyes are just round balls.
I think we discussed this before. You're like, man,
I
who's
look.
got time to draw eyes?
My eyes are just circles. Is it there? I don't know.
See, but see that though, that kind of makes or breaks a picture when if you're drawing something and
Once we give them,
like the whole, there you go, like that looks shitness, right? That looks like you've drawn that, and then some guys just came up and went, I'm going to put two dots next to eyes now.
it's no right. Like it's creepy actually.
What does it actually looks like? Something?
Aye, that
What
one,
does it
that
look
old
like?
chestnut, eh?
No, it does. It looks like Marvin the Martian without a helmet on.
Ah, I don't know that. I only know
You
Marvin the
don't know Marvin
Martian.
the Martian?
Aye, with a helmet. I mean, how often do you see him? He's got his wee
You don't?
Centurion
You
helmet,
don't?
isn't he?
You don't see him without his helmet on ever, I don't think.
Oh, right,
Do
you're
you?
just
Oh,
saying,
well,
like,
maybe you do.
you tell me to imagine
Maybe.
this?
Yes,
Right.
yes. That, what us artists like to do. But that hand's fucking wild, man.
He's an alien, it can be as wild as you like.
I just mean the angle of it was a bit much. Wondering how many fingers did I give him?
14.
14 fingers? Right. I'm feeling maybe that might be a bit too much, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll just
I,
start adding them and then we'll see.
I I got this ad on Instagram, it's called Hero Forge. And it's about how you create your own wee character and they'll print it as like a 3D
Yes, I know who
miniature.
you're talking about. Yep.
By the way, that's awesome. Let's see the website to create the character.
Uh-huh.
I was working
Aye.
last night and I just sat making loads of wee characters and like kind of screen caps on it. I think I'm going to draw these.
Awesome.
You can like get
But
them.
what can you actually make your new character up or they get like a builder
Aye,
on the
aye,
website?
aye. Well, it was just a link.
Oh.
And by the way, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So I ended up making like a lizard guy, and he had like a sword and a shield, and he was standing as if he was like somebody was like jumping towards him. So he had the shield up and the sword behind him, and and you can change his pose. You can, by the way, you can change his every single body part individually. So I can take his arm and move it about and stuff. And I'm like, this is amazing. And it's for printing. It's for getting the toys made as miniatures. But it's pretty cool for drawing as well. I mean, just for getting yourself some ideas. So
So I use sorry, don't you go?
I've tried a few of the apps for drawing,
Uh-huh.
and I don't like them because I always feel as if I'm going to say I feel as if the proportions are wrong, but they're not. The proportions are probably right. It's just
The proportions are completely accurate for like a human body, but the way I know what you're talking about, like the kind of stylized way that you draw things
aye.
is
Whereas
it's
this Hero Ford seems it's a lot more kind of caricature. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot more maybe in the vein of what we're talking
Lovecraft.
Warcraft. Aye, aye.
Aye,
And it's by the way definitely anybody that's looking for any kind of inspiration for drawing, sit on it for like 15 minutes and you'll have something to draw. But you can have like big. I had a dragon. He had clockwork wings and he had like 9 tails. That's how it made me think of that. He had 9 tails, and
I'm going to check that out.
one of his tails had a
Sounds awesome.
sword. So it did. So he had a
What,
sword
sword in the end yet?
and the tail. But I added that. Like I had put nine
That's
tails in,
cool.
and you can add weapons, and you can add it to his tail. And by the way, it's awesome. Like I can see me messing about with quite a lot.
There was I was on Instagram. I like to look at custom action figures,
I
right?
like
Because
stuff
I've
like
got
that, man.
like I've always wanted. Like, I used to mess about with polymer clay years ago, and I made that. I showed you that unicorn that I made for my daughter, didn't I?
By the
Like
way,
I coloured it in the fur and everything.
it's all coming round now. So it is like you keep saying, I don't do unicorns, and then every conversation we have about you doing original art, it starts with, I done a
It's been a
unicorn.
unicorn, dude. I get asked to draw unicorns a lot. I've been asked to draw a lot of unicorns, and I'm like, every time I get asked, I'm like,
I love
that
drawing
one that I just
unicorns.
sprayed
That's
the
what you
wall,
say. But when you tell us you kid on, you didn't.
that one that that one that I sprayed in the wall, that one was like by far like this kind of softest, cutest kind of looking one that I've done.
Oh, I do know
But
what you're
this
talking
one that I
about.
made,
Aye, with the wee face, the wee flat face, and it's furry.
I, it was like my own version of unicorn. They were like it wasn't really
It's
a
awesome.
unicorn,
It's brilliant. Aye.
but I used an airbrush and everything. I got a shot of an airbrush and a compressor and everything to paint it. And, like it, I was really happy with it because it looked like a finished toy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I've been kind of obsessed with custom action figures for years and like gathered loads of parts together. So I've got a big box sitting there that's just full of parts. And I really want to do a grin figure, right? But this company that I follow, and I can't remember their name, because I'm shit with names when it comes to things like this. I should probably have fucked this out before I
Wrote it down in that
came
like
on
me.
stream
The
aye,
professional one in the stream.
to say what it was. But the company is like they're really good. I think it's actually just one guy that's designing everything, and he's obviously getting other people to make it. But he's got prototypes for all this kind of line of action figures that he's got coming out, and they're just so fucking cool, man. It's just awesome. They're so well articulated, and they're they're really different as well. It's like not your not your kind of run of the mill kind of Hasbro type
Aye.
um, kind of action figure. Comes with loads of accessories and more like the would it be like Mezco ones that come with the they've got the wee box and stuff with them,
Aye.
and they come inside a box like a proper box, and you open the front of the box up, and you can see all the figure inside it, like the Predator, the kind of new Predator ones and stuff they do. Um, it's kind of that's the kind of amount of accessories you get. You get different hands and you get different heads and shit with it.
I like.
It's just good. They look amazing.
I follow a guy that does he does things, but he's got these wee kind of, if you can see that, like these kind of wee cartoony tanks, but he's got these wee guys that go with him. and they look dead cartoony and ridiculous, but it all opens up and inside everything works, and the wee guy can go in it, and he can hold
Oh, that's awesome.
guns, and they look dead
That's awesome.
cartoony, but they don't look rubbish. I'm trying to think, but they look like dead wee. Oh, it doesn't go back that far, but they're just like awesome, man. But I think he's only selling them as like 3D print files now. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Uh,
because it's expensive, dude, man. I mean, like I think that's the reason. Look, there's a problem. I know myself that if it was like if it wasn't as expensive to get like prints done and then get them cast, roto cast and stuff like that, then I'd have done it already.
aye,
I'd have had a figure made already. But like it just costs a lot of money. Yeah, it costs a lot of money, man.
I
Just the
would love toys,
prototyping
man.
and everything.
I mean, we that was one of the first things we ever thought about, wasn't
Yeah, aye,
it?
that's it.
First,
And I mean, like Dante Rockford, man, did like a fucking great job on turning uh, turning our like the crab tank thing into a thingy, into a 3D model. It's just that I think that maybe that particular thing wasn't the
over
right
it was
thing to get done.
a bit over ambitious.
Aye, maybe, man. Aye, maybe. Maybe just like a wee kit and grin,
Aye,
like something really that would be easy to print. Do you know what I mean? And then cast, and something would be easy to print, cast, sell. Like I love what Dave's done, with the wee Scully guys.
aye, aye. They're
Because
awesome because I don't know how
I
long
love
you.
the. Oh,
On you go, sorry.
no, I was just going to say I love the articulation, how he's
Aye,
put the
well,
magnets and stuff in them.
I don't know how long you have followed Dave for, right? But I've got an OG Dave Sculpts toys, right? So this is non-articulate one, solid, and then I've got. I remember finding these pages at the start. I thought these things are awesome, man. And we kind of just built up like a friendship from at start. So
Hmm.
this is comparing them. You can't see the stream, can you?
I can see it right now.
Aye, so that's an OG one, and then I've got this one. This is mine. This is a black and gold one. That's for me only. It's a custom one, by the way. Yeah, you've got
Oh, that's cool.
friends
I
in high
like
places,
that.
and
I like that. It's awesome.
but see the progress he's done because this is awesome. This is awesome, right? That is cool, man. Not just the actual toy, I mean, but these ones
Uh-huh.
here, like, if you can see, it's all magnets. So you can turn his head upside down. Well, maybe not as much as that. It moves about. It's just awesome. It's actually so cool. It's so tidy. It's so smooth and so shiny. He makes all these by hand. These aren't 3D printed or anything. These are handmade, and then he makes his own
Cast.
molds. Aye, cast.
Uh-huh.
Aye. By the way, it's baby smooth. Like, it's ridiculous how tidy these are.
Like, see that? See to get it so smooth. That's difficult. That is difficult, man. It's like
And while
so
we're on
well
that,
done.
look, this cool custom one. Eh, eh. How cool is that?
What does it say at the back? Does it say something in the back there?
It's got a spine in the back that says my name.
It's
It's,
got a what in the back?
it says Worlds Collide in the top. Worlds Collide loyal.
What does it?
It's got a wee grin on it somewhere and all, by the way. It's got all sorts on it. It's got everything. It's just I kept he gave me a toy to do, right? He gave me this one to do initially, and I wasn't too happy about it. Like, I tried and I thought, I'll do a custom toy, and it's hard, man. I've got so much respect for the guys that do custom toys, because that is a skill in its own. That is not just, oh, I can draw, I can do a custom toy, and I've sat with that one for ages. I painted it pink, right? It was grey, and I painted it pink months ago,
Uh-huh.
and I had it in my head that these 3D printed parts. I was going to put a big rocket launcher on. It's going to look like something out of Doom, right?
Uh-huh.
And I tried to do it, and in my head I could see it, but I just couldn't actually do it. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, at one time I was just sitting, I was like, I'm just drawing on this, and it looked pretty cool. Just vandalised it, and I think maybe that's what I should just do. Just vandalise them.
Aye, vandalise it. If in doubt, vandalise it.
So I'm going to draw a wee A3 picture of the guy. I'm going to make a wee custom box, and it's going to be a one of one, and it's going to be available in my free art Friday, 1 week.
Ah, cool.
Aye, cool, totally. Aye, so that was Dave agreed that we could do that. So
Nice.
it's going to be more or less the same rules, but it's going to involve obviously have an account as well. So if anybody, I think like, the reason I started doing that, right, like, I've been doing this thing for 1 week called Free Art Friday, because I normally do a lot of competitions, and people seem to join competitions that don't normally participate in your page. So sometimes
Yeah.
you'll see names coming up that you don't ever see. And when they
Uh-huh.
win, you're always thinking, I'm sending this to somebody that doesn't even know who I am, or they've just won something for the sake of maybe finding a competition. So the reason
Yeah.
I kind of
Aye.
do this, so I've got 2 ways to
For
win
loyal
art
people,
off me. He's like, I'll pick. It's up to me. How do you decide? Because
Uh-huh.
I picked. It's my page. I'm deciding who gets it. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And that seems right to me.
Aye, that's cool. Aye, that's cool, man. I mean, like, I think, just what you're saying, I think if there's loads of people out there that just go for the competitions, like everywhere. You know, they get sent competitions here and there, and they just hunt for them.
Aye, definitely is.
You
Because
know what I mean? Like I know a few people that like are constantly entering competitions on Instagram, and I'm like, man, what? How do you find the time?
so do I, by the way. I know somebody that does that as well. And but nothing against these people that do it. Do you know what I mean? Just like
No,
I would
no, at
rather,
all.
for how small my
Everybody
page
loves
is.
free shit.
Aye, I would rather they were getting. I was giving it to people who generally wanted it rather than just wanted to win something.
Yes,
And I
and they
said,
know where it's kind of coming from, and they know kind of the bit there's a wee bit of there's a wee bit of backstory to it or whatever.
aye. Is there any chance of your guy on the right? Is there any chance you can move him so he's on the bottom of the square on
A
the
guy
panel?
on the right,
Your guy, your big alien.
so he's in the bottom of the square.
He's floating.
Uh-huh.
Aye.
Oh, do you know what I'm going to do then? Right, I don't like his feet, so I'm going to rub at his feet, right, and I'll just put his legs come down.
I bet they guys are walking on the left on the bottom of the panel.
Right, okay, right. Well, what was the rest stuff? Can I make it work?
I'm just going to start drawing the backgrounds in this as well.
I was thinking that he's no got feet, that he's a big slug.
If in doubt, make them float. Leave it, right? Watch this. It's another tip. He's got wee feet. There's his wee feet there, right? That's it. He's just floating. Yes, that is floating. If in doubt, make them float.
Oh no!
And then I feel as if because what we're doing, you need to always have that on.
Oh no, we're not putting dicks and things again.
No, that's not what that is. That's his belly button.
Okay, so it's
It'll take off.
that's his umbilical cord. What are
Aye,
you talking
that's
about,
what I
man?
meant.
He's never
That's
get
it.
it cut.
Aye, he's alien. Look, I mean, but he's not
Yeah.
cultured like us. But me, aye, I'll go with that. That's fine. But he's floating. Definitely works. It works.
Right.
I'm giving her a backpack. By the way, this is
Aye,
what.
because 2 seconds, because I was going to, I was literally going to do this, but and I'm taking these technical things off the side because I have no idea why I was on them last week, and I'm going to put the. Are you going to give my bag there?
I was, but I'll wait until you've done.
All right, okay. I'll give him the strap for the backpack then, and then you draw the backpack.
I'm just drawing like moons and that because it's an alien planet, and that's what alien planets have got. Moon's dead close. That's a fact, by the way. See, if you're on an alien planet, the moon's closer than any other planet you've ever been on.
What I kind of slightly brain farted and didn't understand what you just said there. Say that again.
Moons are always closer on alien planets than your planet.
I will. So I mean, it's true. When you always see them in movies, they're always like huge in the fucking sky, and they're like, wow.
Aye,
Wait a
so if
minute.
they've got two moons, they're not like two wee dots up in the sky. They're always two moons.
It's well, I was watching Predators the other night, and
Anyway, you're not talking about this last week and all. You just watch that movie all the time.
No, it was Predator. I was watching the week before that.
It's fucking your way through them all.
I don't know.
You should
I
have
was
started.
they
See,
come on.
you should
I
start
think it.
backwards because they don't get better.
No, no, mate. It's a very good point. See if you actually go back the way, if you start from the most recent one and then you work your way back to it, they just get, it just seems like it starts off kind of, it was a good movie, it was alright, and then it just kind of works backwards and you're like, oh, that's better, that's better, that's better. And then you get to like Predator 2. Predator 2 is one of my favourite ones.
I
I
like,
love
by the way,
Predator
it's got
2.
a lot of hate, but
So
I
it was,
liked it and all.
no, I just love the city setting, you know what I mean? And it was, and Gary, um, Gary the blonde hair and the big huge teeth. What's his name again?
Busey, Gary
Gary Busey.
Busey, aye,
Gary
Busey.
Busey. Uh-huh. Um, just just how intense and coked out he looks when he's supposed to be working for the government. You know, he's talking to them.
See, the thing is, it would have been. It was the
You
80s.
know that's
Right, so we're going to be farming in the next couple of minutes, right? Lines. Aye, so you're going to say that no rail lines.
no lines, mate. Uh, yes, but we don't promote drug use at all. It's definitely don't do drugs, guys. Not good.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is deja vu again. Isn't it?
Right, so I think this wee guy this wee guy's ready for a backpack. I feel like he should have see on his wee trousers that you drew there.
Mhm.
Could you give him a could you give him like two wee Mickey Mouse buttons? You know, for like what dungarees, you know? Since he's got his big hand, since he's aye. That's it. Right.
Do I need to do
And
something? Do I need to do something else? You want me to draw around them?
no, it's all right. I'll I'll find me. I'll add a wee bit on top of it. Right. Wait a minute, I've only gave him what is it, two thumbs and one, two, three, four, five fingers? Ah, I only gave him four fingers.
That's fine. He's definitely got enough hands and fingers to know that it's now 39 minutes into this stream and the only thing you drew is a hand.
That's alright. That's okay.
See to break up. See this image here on the right, the mid right one. See the
Yes,
smoke. Maybe just keep the smoke
I get.
so that it's just
I,
white.
I. Do you know what? Do you know what, man? I'm actually going to. Do you want to put the smoke in? Because I feel like I feel like your smoke because you've done the campfire, so I feel like your smoke to make more sense. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty good at smoke. I've got that down to a fine
Use
art.
your smoke, your smoke and your kind of vapors or
I feel it under pressure now.
fuck's sake, what's that?
That's good smoke. That is good. You like that?
I do. I like it.
It breaks it up. The fact that even just me drawing on your panel, I think you can tell the difference, which is good. Oh, here we go.
I kind of tried to add a bit of depth to it by instead of making the sky so like kind of linear, flat. You know, just kind of there at the back. I kind of try and make it look like it's kind of wrapping round.
I like
More
this.
than I do
This
that.
looks like a big round hill, which does make it look alien.
What better?
The hill's like a round hill, so it's not like a normal thing you would see. Do you know what I mean?
It's like what I was thinking about was like plates, like as if it's like big plates are
Ah, right.
um, like all kind of joined together and they're all kind of pushing up against each other, going over each other.
Oh, I do like it. It's not my strong point, scenery. It's people throwing high fives with smiley faces.
Mate, it's never ever been my strong point either. I just kind of doodle stuff and hope for the
It just
best.
feels as if the best decision we made was making him float with wee trousers on.
Oh, definitely. Oh, wait a minute. I need to have a
So this bottom left panel, go to sounds if there's like mad things going on outside my bit tonight. That's what happens in this
oh no,
sun, innit?
people,
It's people actually
people are having a
look
party next door.
roaring. Rah,
Aye,
rah. I can't see this
Scotland
guy,
for you,
right?
mate. It's
Can't see him,
Scottish people when they're drunk.
but I know he's got his top off. He's got his top off,
Aye,
right?
definitely,
And somebody's round about
definitely.
him saying, just leave it, just leave it. And he's probably hitting some sort of inanimate object that nobody
Aye.
cares about. It's like a bin. He's probably kicking a bin. He's kicking a bin right now. Ah, I'll show this bin. Tell him.
Oh, he's a fucking prick.
Aye. Just stop that, kicking that bin, Jamie. Just leave it. It's fine, Jamie. Just calm down. It's all right. He thinks he can pick up my tenants, does he? Eh? I'll open that tenants first. Ah. Ah,
Well,
I was going to say
I
Coat
seen
Bridge,
a
but I don't
wee,
even stay in Coat Bridge anymore.
I seen a wee. Oh, mate, listen, it's Scotland though.
Aye.
That's just what you expect. Um, I seen a wee meme the other day, and it was this guy, and he looked, it's Americans, when Americans are going to a party, and they take drinks with them, and it's like this guy's like, oh, dude, he's like, oh, dude, man, you got half a beer, and he's like, oh yeah, man, I brought like a can, and he's like, dude, I've got a full beer, and they're like, oh man, you're going to get so wasted tonight, and then it's like British, British, British guys going for a drink, and he's like, this guy's got about like fucking 5 or 6 cases of beer, and he's just like, oh mate, sorry guys, no, I didn't bring a lot to drink tonight. And he's like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. He's like, do you know what? It's all right. And the guy pulls it and he's got about 20 boxes. just, and he's just like, I tell you what, man, we can drink beers and then we can get fired into these ones, right?
Aye,
Aye,
that is it, innit?
aye, pretty much, pretty much. That's maybe why my stomach's completely messed, man, because like, when you're uh, when you're young, and you just
I
drink
wish I could
stupid
start
shit.
that sentence when you're young. But whatever you're going to say after that's just going to be the norm for me.
Oh no, man! Like things like that. I remember going to parties when I was younger and drinking like the whole bottle of brandy and a bottle of vodka, and still standing.
Oh man, I
I
hate
drank like
vodka.
30 bottles of Budweiser one night as well. 30 whole
Do you
bottles
just
of
drink horrible
Budweiser,
alcohol?
and I was. Oh, dude, I was horrible stuff. Like a bottle of QC. What sherry? Is QC sherry? I don't even know what it was, man. I don't know, man. We were at a party one night and there was a bottle of wine there, and I was like, man, I think
I don't even know what you're drawing anymore. Are you drawing this guy down the bottom right still?
I'm drawing it. A wee prospector's hat.
What's happening in the bottom left?
Was that not supposed to be?
You got to pass the buck and say it's
Uh,
me.
no, not at all. Um,
You've got to have a guy's.
maybe I was there a minute ago
Oh,
until you
oh,
said,
oh, oh.
and no.
Um,
No, I think that was supposed to be
we've got sorry,
the
Dimitri's in
walking. I
again.
think. Oh, how you doing, dude?
By the way, Dimitri, this has been 3 weeks in a row. I'm just letting you know that. See if it's 4 weeks. That actually means that you need to join in the next time. It's
Oh,
fact, by the way.
yes.
It's not like
Aye, man.
it's the rules. I mean, because obviously you're free on a Saturday night. We're finding so even if it's just an hour.
Just come, just come and draw things, man. We'd be honoured.
Oh man, I wouldn't be able to join. But
Nice
QC
one.
is Sherry. Hellbound there
Yes,
to.
QC.
By the way, he's like our online Wikipedia. Always there to give us our answers. But I feel as if see by the way, Hellbound, see when we get more than 3 badges, one of them's going to be dedicated to you and your facts, clearing them up
Your
for us.
information. A wee badge to put up every single time that Hellbound
Aye,
does his answer to something.
we'll start asking now. So, what do you think of this? Like, Hellbound, do you want to clear it up for us? A wealth of knowledge.
Excellent. Because we've got a terrible habit of like talking about shit and then
We don't know about.
completely forgetting about completely forgetting about what we were talking about when we were talking. Yes, it's always good to have somebody that's well informed.
See these wee planets in this middle one. I'm going to kind of make them stand out a wee bit more, man. Right?
I go for it.
Feels as if we're just kind of lost in the background.
Go for it. I think in this wee panel down here, I'm going to make them. I think we're going to do a wee silhouette job here.
Are we what? Sorry.
A wee silhouette. We were talking about doing like silhouettes and I'm walking.
Aye.
So maybe do that in this bottom part. Let's say bottom left one.
Obviously, this one's got a wee tiny bit less drawing because we're kind of picking up from where we were last week. So I know some people kind of like us to build up the whole image. So we do have some kind of things lined up just for the general chat. But what one of the things I had on the list is I like to draw a lot. I do a lot of digital art and maybe one a day minimum. And 90% of that, nothing gets done with it, right? I think we've kind of dabbled on this conversation before, haven't we?
I think so.
But the thing is, like, what do people, like, if there is people active in the chat now, what do you like? Right, because see me personally, I'm no interest in prints, none. See if somebody's doing a print, I don't care about it. I don't want a print. Because I've got nowhere to put it, I've got very limited wall space and I would rather pay extra for an original. Aye, I would rather pay original. I like stickers. But that's more or less it. See things like key rings, bottle openers, magnets, I'm no interested. Stickers and originals are the only things that I think I would buy. A print came, I think I showed you it last week. I got a print, I bought 3 stickers off a guy and the print came free with it. It was part of like a package and the print is awesome. The print is really, really nice. It was the hand holding the heart. And it was so well done. And he's on the back. He's got this really nice artwork on it as well. He's drew like these wee kind of. I think I showed it last week. It's like kind of hieroglyphics down the back, in the middle of it, and that to me, he's made that special enough for me to find a frame for it and frame it. Do you know what I mean? but it just came free with the stickers. It was like one of the ones I wanted the stickers, and that was it. So see if you put that up as a print, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I'm thinking, look, what do people like? Because me as a almost want to be an artist, well, I do definitely want to be.
Or did I think you can? I think you can just let that go. No,
That's what I was
it's
getting at.
Li-
Aye,
listen,
but
man. Like, see if you draw so much and you sell. You draw your work. You sell enough of your work. You wait a minute. You draw enough and you sell
well,
enough of your work
so you're saying
that I
this
think you
spaceboy,
can
right?
turn around and call yourself an artist.
How many things have you bought off me?
Eh,
It might look
I'm
like
a,
things get sold, but maybe they don't. Maybe there's just this good publicity or bad publicity. I just post things up. No, I do it. I draw 10 things, right, and I say for sale, and then see 10 minutes later I say, oh, sold out, and I just throw them in the bin.
like the people. I'm not fucking patient enough for this. People don't respond quick enough.
Aye, so it's sold out. Just that's it. You think I create a false demand.
I think I'm.
But that's a joke, just in case he's a listening and think that's what actually happens. It doesn't.
Oh, what has happened here? Right.
But aye, what about you, Spaceboy? What do you like? Like, do you buy prints? Do
I
you buy stickers?
well, I mean, I like. I do like some. I like print right, but like you said, you've not get loads of wall space in it. When I put things up, I don't like just to have like like a bunch of random like prints on the wall. I like to colour coordinate the thing.
Aye, so you've got like
Um,
a way to do it.
I like to colour coordinate the thing. So like in our last house, we had grey on the walls. The walls were grey, and up on the wall, like my my three prized pieces of art that I have. It's like two prints and an original from Dimitri. Demetrius.
Oh, that's
We
convenient.
did a
That's
we
convenient.
did a no totally did like I love them. They're black white. They're black and white, and there's a Deadpool and a Daredevil, and the Deadpool and the Daredevil have just got like red in them. It's black, white, and red.
Oh,
And I had we had like red cushions on the couch, the black couch and stuff like that, and I just had them kind of like one above the other,
I know the.
and I line in it. I don't know. Can I go designing and stuff like that as well when I put prints up? So I don't. I know people like to just like cover the whole wall and like loads of different people's art. Um, that like it does something give me a twitch, man. See when like if I was to do that, it would like if something wasn't centered and stuff, I'd be like I couldn't go to sleep.
Aye, well, you wouldn't even be able to sleep in my house then because I actually like things being a bit kind of off. If you know what I mean? Like,
Uh huh.
I have no set way to put stuff up. See if I get something that's like I can hang it in the wall, I'll just kind of randomly find a bit in the wall and I'll put a little screw in it or whatever or a hanger and just put it up. And it might be so out for the other ones. I like that kind of randomness. I like random. I like loads of
Like
different
that
colours. I like, aye.
random. I mean, random stuff
It's
is
stressing you out. I
like
can tell in your voice.
Hold
I,
on a minute.
I,
I'm
Craig,
trying to come to terms with it, man, but I
Craig, I
can't.
can't come to your house. So if this lockdown finishes, I can't come. If you say, "Well, we'll do it, my bit, we'll do some art," I'm like, no, I can't do it.
Oh man, it's just I don't know, man. I just get fucking proper stressed out with it. But my three favourite things that I've got is that I have up on the wall is the so we did Demetrius did an art swap like about 3 years ago, I think it was, or
Aye,
something.
says
It
it
was
was a
just
nice
after
jade.
it was
I got me a nice piece.
I, I did a I did a Daredevil for him.
See,
and he did the Punisher for me, and
because
like
I thought
it's
you
nuts.
says he'd done the Daredevil, because he's got a Daredevil. I can't remember seeing one of him. He's got one with Daredevil with the mask up, I'm sure, isn't he? I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing up with somebody else, but I'm sure he has got a Daredevil done. See, he does the kind of long-headed, big-handed characters.
Yes, no, I've got a Daredevil kicking one of the hand in the face, and then it's like then the other one is Deadpool jumping out a window after a butterfly, and he's got two he's got two guns like out pointed at this butterfly. Um, but it's just like I like I do prefer if something's hand drawn, but again for like certain circumstances, I like to kind of do it more designy when I'm putting things up. Um,
So
like
Hellbound's.
snub.
Oh, on you go. Sorry.
There you go.
No, you go
Well, I
first.
was
I'll,
going
I'll
to
go
say,
back to them
I
later.
was just I was just going to say, Yardworks a couple of years back, I didn't make it to Yardworks because I hurt my knee like 2 days before it, and I couldn't go, and I was like fucking was gutted, and Snub 23 was like waiting for like, I'd been talking to him. I'd been talking to him for the year before when I met him, and like we were going to have like a couple of beers together and stuff and have a chat, and he was like gutted that I couldn't come, so he left me a canvas, like one of his original canvases,
Aye.
and I was like, fuck man, thank you, that's awesome, and it's in my daughter's room.
Is
Like
that is that
she like
him with? Is it the pixie he works with? Snubs, is Snub
Sprite
Sprite? It,
Snub, aye,
but they're one thing, isn't it? That's not like a.
no, they're the it's his partner,
Aye, so when they
it's his
paint
partner.
like Snub, it's the two of them in it.
No, Snub's just him.
Right, right.
Snub's just him. Um, and but the two of them do stuff. Sprite does like stencil art, a lot of stencil art. She draws as well, but it's like a lot of stencil art that she does. That like big scale stencils, like really cute animals and stuff. Um, and Snub draws like loads
Robots.
of different stuff. A lot of sci-fi stuff too,
Snubbot.
a lot of robots and sci-fi stuff.
He's got a big
Um,
robot, he does, isn't he? And he's mad
I
geometric shapes.
did see the squares. The squares blow my mind. I was watching them painting them, and I was like, man, that's fucking insane. That is fucking insane. He's got stencils cut, and just the way they do them, it's just mad. They can cover, they can cover like a whole side of a building in like half a day in that geometric pattern. It's it's fucking crazy because they've been doing it that long, obviously, and the two of them do it together. So, they've just got an accident now.
I've put
I'm having a bit of a problem here with
smoke down here in the
my
bottom left. Maybe do the guys in the white.
yes, yes, mate. Yep.
But
Uh,
you're a layer ahead of me. Right, so just I'll go to the. Right, see,
whack
so
a layer over the top of it then. Just put in a layer over the top of it
you can
and
do
use
that.
a.
I'm just going to look at the chat now, man. Sorry, 2 seconds.
All right, cool.
Because there was a few people saying things and that I don't want to miss. I'm trying to stay on top of the aim as well.
No, it's cool, man. Cool. I'm trying to figure out why my pen's not working properly.
So Hellbound says he likes to buy stickers, buys prints depending on the artist. I think the only print I ever bought was off the only thing I bought was off a Panda. It's the only print I bought. Excluding, I bought see EFK. I don't know how to say his name right. It's like Clandestine Republic or something like that. He done like a 32 postcard park, which is technically prints, and I bought that. But I think he's brilliant. Everything he does is brilliant. EFK. I don't know how to say his name. But he's got a comic coming out that's all wrote in Martian in Kickstarter.
Oh, amazing.
Aye, so
Amazing.
I signed up to that, man. I think his stuff's brilliant. Missy says just smart, but I like it. It's just he does these. I'm trying to think what his name is. It's a weird one to say, if you know what I mean. By the way, it's funny because see when I turned my phone on, that was the first picture that came up. EPHK, EPHK, right? But his name's like
Yeah.
Efk, aye, Efk. But see, saying that out loud, it sounds wrong. But I think his name's like Clandestine Republic or something. It's weird because that's not his name, if you know what I mean. Clandestine Republic, aye. I don't know what he classes himself as. His website's called Clandestine Republic. But his stuff's amazing. He does these kind of like super, like if he'll draw a woman, like a space woman, but her skin and her face will be like super rendered, like shading and all that, and like her
Uh,
clothes will all be like just block colours.
oh, nice, cool. So
Aye,
it's like a kind of almost unfinished,
aye, but
but
it
it's
looks
meant to look
brilliant.
like that.
Aye, aye.
Uh huh.
I've bought all his art. Well, I've not bought all his art books, right? Because it's going to sound weird. I'm going to sound a bit prudish because he's got art books and he's got like he's got ones that are not safe from for work. Is that what you say, Anna? And he's
Oh, boobies in them.
aye. So I don't have those ones, right? I'm not gonna lie, I don't because I find it weird buying art like that. I'm a bit weird with stuff like that, right? But he's got ones that are, and I've got all them. I've got all his comics. I've got all his stuff. And his new Martian one came out, but he's got like a robot comic in one of them his art books, and it's two wee robots, and they talk to each other in binary, and read just flick through it and seeing that, I think this is it's it's so genius. It's unbelievable. It's like how have I not thought of that? And I think I can't now. Like you can't think of that now. That's it. It's just two wee robots
I
having a
that
conversation in binary.
ship has sailed.
Aye, that was it. Well, it has the now. Just give me 6 months and then I can do it. Do you know what I mean? I forgot all about that. What do you mean?
Well, I think well I think we discussed something. Well, I can't talk about that because it was something we discussed about the comic, and I can't start talking about that now. I forgot for a wee second we were on stream.
Well, by the way, see, like we're talking about earlier, like, art books is also another thing I'll buy. If I like an artist, I'll buy an art book.
Definitely,
I'm
definitely.
so into art books, it's unbelievable,
Uh
man.
huh.
But that was the reason I got to him. My two favourite artists on Instagram right now are Ewan and Efk. Best two artists on Instagram. I'll fight
Oh,
anybody
that's
that
a
says
hard
something
one.
different.
That's it. Oh, well, do you want to fight me? Because I'm.
Aye, aye. What are
Uh,
you going to do about it?
um, I've like God, man. There's like
I
so
understand
many.
Dimitri's in chat, right? And by the way, Dimitri, you're up there. You're definitely like a top five. But my top two are Ewan and FKI. But
I like Demetrius already knows that. Like I think he's like fucking amazing.
it must be, you need to stop
Um,
saying that because it must be weird from listening every time he comes in. We just do that.
oh no, I know.
I feel the same as well. The funk's in as well, and I feel as if it's the
Just
same about that.
digitally, just digitally filleting them, just
Oh,
constantly.
by the way, there's another good shout. Like the Funk Robots wrote, I bought an Attack Peter print and I absolutely love it because it's a lino print. I feel as if it's different with us. Like I started following him not that long ago. By the way, I think it might have been you posted it. The Funk. I think you might have posted it to your stories, and that was the first time I'd seen him. And I started following him because his stuff is absolutely amazing. Have you seen that? Attack Peter. Yeah, Spaceboy.
No.
He does like lino prints. So he cuts everything out a sheet of lino and then it's hand print them. So they are prints, but they're not. It's not the same.
Oh
Uh,
no, these are fucking awesome.
and his stuff,
These are awesome.
his stuff's awesome, man. Like he makes them look like old retro
Uh huh.
movie posters.
Yes. It looks almost like old posters you would get back in the 1940s or um pardon me. Aye, these are amazing.
Who,
What did you get? What one did you get?
Oh, who you on?
Attack Peter.
Aye, aye,
Attack Peter.
aye. I'm
I'm
trying to.
just asking Defunct what one he got.
Aye, but what one is it you got? Defunct.
Aye, these are awesome. I love the wee
Aye.
vinyl toy as well.
By the way, nuts, isn't they? Like, I look at your stuff right. Like, I can spend maybe like 10 minutes staring at these, right? Because I like the fact that it shows you the vinyl cut as well, and I try to figure out. See that whole. I don't know if it's called negative space if it's all the way around, but see,
Uh huh.
working with that, like he's
Uh
only
huh.
using one colour. So,
Of
well,
course. Uh huh.
mostly he's only using one colour, not always, right? He does dabble
Hmm.
in different colours, and see that whole negative space thing. Like I can't get my head around it, man. I've tried. Like I've sat and I've sat with a sketch pad and I've sat with his work next to me and I've tried to like do it, if you know what I mean.
Well, you like I'd say the way you draw is kind of you've got a lot of space in yours as well.
Aye, but I need that filled. It would suit your stuff, by the way. That ultra
Like
mega. I don't know. Ultra, by the way, I think you done like a comic run, and I think the comics were all hand printed. The covers,
man, that's
the
crazy.
covers were. That's not, man. I always seen it after he wrote up saying, "I'm so glad I think he was just thanking everybody for it selling out." I think, oh man, I've totally got that.
I'm just looking at a one of his posts, and it's official Marvel block prints from Sideshow Collectibles, and it's printed on wood, and it's Iron Man, but it's the old Iron Man suits, one of like the old Golden Age ones, or Silver Age it might be actually. Um,
Your knowledge of Marvel is
I
just
did,
definitely better than mine because I wouldn't even be able to decide that. It's Iron Man where my limit would go.
but he's got so many different looks, man. Just got so many different looks. You need to kind of define what look it is, or you could just be talking about anything really. Um, I see the whole negative space thing that you're talking about. I remember years ago at college um, I did graphic design at college, and um, we kind of worked through lino prints, and it's just about cutting away what like cutting away the bits that you want white. So you're working with your negative space straight away. That's what you're cutting at.
Aye.
That's what you're trying to draw in the negative space and leave. Have you ever tried that though with just having like instead of drawing on a white piece, like a white piece of paper or like a white starting with a white file, you just start with the background black and then go over it with a white, like use like a white pen.
I've never done anything like that, man. Like, I got some black paper, right? But the only thing I've ever done on it was like for some reason a dark purple. And the reason I say that's because where I was at the time, that was all I had available to me.
Uh huh.
But the funk says he got the traditional Japanese style, the Ghost Samurai one.
Nice. That's nice.
I don't know if that's like a drawing of them. Aye, stuff's cool, man. Super cool. Did I just say
Like I
super
like.
cool?
On you go.
I say super cool. That was actually like a thing that just came out of my mouth. That's super cool.
Super cool, and I totally went with it as well.
You did. I didn't even realise how horrible it was.
um, I did. When we were talking about like artists and Instagram, man. There's so many. Like every day, I'm finding things on Instagram, and I'm
Aye.
like wow, look at that shit, man. That's amazing. Doug Maneke, it's like a comic book artist. Um, he he posted something the other day, and it was like a hand drawn animation. It was only like a couple of seconds, like 10 seconds long. A cyborg, and like cyborg, like his arm transforming into the cannon, and then I'm shooting the cannon, and like a big explosion happening, and all this wind pushing them back,
Like
and
Cyborg
it
out
was
of DC.
fuck.
Was it
Uh
in Teen Titans
huh.
too?
No.
Not interested in.
Oh, dude, it's absolutely frightening.
The only good
It's
DC is Teen
frightening,
Titans.
man. I do love Teen Titans. I do love Teen Titans.
By the way,
Uh,
there's a see you're saying that I love. There's a page, I don't know what it is the company are called, but they do animation, and it's maybe only like 30-second long ones, but the stuff these guys do, I think they worked on that Love, Death and Robots. I think they got one of them, but
uh-huh.
they keep posting up like maybe 30-second long videos, and it'll be like two samurais fighting, but it'll be like cyberpunk, like in the future it'll be like neons, but they'll all still have like the samurai gear on, and just the way, man, I'd love to be able to animate so much. End game, that's it. End up making just my friends. I'm just going to pack in, go to become an animator, draw what I like. Some of the things that people do is nuts, man. I do. I think it just add. By the way, see, even just like people that are good at animating, they can just add something dead simple. Like, see, let's say maybe
Uh-huh.
even it could even, let's say you're saying Cyborg maybe even doesn't move, but he maybe
Yeah.
moves to the right, but there's effects and stuff happening at the end of the gun or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that's what happens in that, but you can add so much to an image if you just get a wee bit of animation on it.
Oh, I definitely. There's like just that thing that I did the other day. I was messing about with the whole
Aye,
Procreate,
aye.
and uh, like, just messed about with layers, and obviously I found the wee animation assist bit where you can actually put in your frames, and I never even knew that was a thing. And I was like, well, this is pretty cool. So once you've set everything up properly, and you've got all your pictures that you want to, um, all your layers and all your pictures that you want to use, then you can just look them. I thought that was pretty cool. But I the effects that you get is a lot better sometimes than just the drawing. You can take like a drawing you don't really particularly like and turn it into a wee animation and go, oh, I'm happy with that.
I would like to have more time in it. I would like to get to the point where I don't do as many commissions. I'd like to say no to commissions more. Do you know what I mean? And I can just do what I want to
Uh,
do more often.
that's where I suppose that's where like putting something out there that's making you passive income works, isn't it?
Aye.
If you can make that passive income, then you can kind of do that.
Like, we're swinging back to these stickers and prints. Guys, I have stickers and prints available. I don't
Buy my
actually.
shit so I can dry my own stuff. So I can draw my own stuff.
I buy stuff off me so I don't need to do things that I don't want to do. I say the function that he tried to stick with black, using the white as a negative, it was a lot of fun. I think definitely it gives you a new perspective on the finished piece. I need to try it.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to
Uh-huh.
definitely try it. You'll see something from me in the next couple of days when we drawing white on black.
I did years ago. I sent a couple of drawings to an author who had wrote a book, right, and his book had been published and everything, and he'd sold quite a few copies yet.
Stephen
What's the
King,
name of the book again? No,
Shining.
no. It was no the guys for England, and he wrote like it was a supernatural witchy kind of thing. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'll get the name and I'll send you the pictures. The pictures are actually on my Instagram that I drew. And he wanted something kind of atmospheric. He wanted something that was going to kind of match the story. Because he was looking to get a graphic novel to make a graphic novel, and so he was kind of holding like interviews almost for artists, like to see what he didn't really know what style he wanted it in because he didn't draw himself.
He
So
was just trying to find out kind of thing.
I was just trying to kind of find out kind of how he wanted it drawn. Obviously, everybody draws things differently.
Aye, so some might just
So
click. That's it, really, and it's
exactly. So I sent him some stuff, and that's exactly what I did. To get that atmospheric look, sometimes it's better to start with something dark and then add the white in because you can build up a picture a lot quicker that way. I think if you're trying to do something that's really imposing and dark, obviously you're not going to show a lot of the features, and so you can, instead of trying to build it with a white background, just start with the black and then put the pieces in white. And
Yep.
the guy was really happy with what I did, and um, he asked me if I wanted to do the graphic novel, and I was like, awesome. And then he dropped the big bombshell, the big exposure bombshell.
It's
Boom.
free.
There you go. like, oh, it would be awesome exposure for you because the books really well. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. So there's no money in this. And he was like, oh, no. Did, um, did such and such, the person that put me on it, did they not tell you? And I was like, no. Good luck, man. Good luck, man. I
I,
hope you
I,
find somebody
I'm,
to do it for you.
I fell victim of that so many times, man.
Dude, so have I, man.
Like,
I think every artist that draws that like what is what my mate calls it is a jobbing artist, and I don't like that because it sounds like a jobbing artist sounds like they're taking from it. So
why
like
did you whisper that
he
as
says
if? Shh.
he's he says like he says that's what you're called if you sell stuff or you do work for people, and I think every artist in that position gets that a lot, and it's just whether or not you've kind of became wise to it and don't offer it anymore.
Aye, because even like things that I've done, it seems like they tell you everything about it, and you think, right, this has got to be good for me. Like I can't see how
Mm-hmm.
this can't be good for me. And
Mm-hmm.
then it goes ahead, and you get nothing from it, nothing at all. It's just kind of.
Yep.
By the way, do you know the probably the biggest thing that I ever done for anybody was it wasn't for exposure, but I worked with a Strange Famous Records on a pin for Sage Francis,
Uh huh.
and I
Yep.
done that for like a. It was more or less we'll send you a goodie pack, and you design a pin.
Uh
And
huh.
I'm a massive fan of more or less all of their artists, so that turned out. Do you know what? That's brilliant. I'm totally fine with that because the money I'd made, I probably just bought things off his anyway. Uh, but even how small they are, I feel as if I get more feedback for that. I feel like working with bigger people. Don't know if it's just because how it doesn't always seem as if the bigger people you work with are always more beneficial. It's as if somebody's more. I don't know. Sometimes the smaller, more intimate companies are better to work with.
Oh,
Because
definitely because they understand your value. When it comes to the work that you do and the amount of time that you put into things, and
but even
um,
so, even saying that that wasn't paid technically. Do you know what I mean? That was
no,
unpaid work, but I felt as if what I got from it was worth it. Whereas I've worked with bigger companies and they've probably get less from it. It feels as if it's dead hard to have
uh-huh.
this conversation without saying names. That's what it feels like.
I totally get I totally get what you mean. I
But
totally get what you mean.
but if anybody's
I,
ever looking to work with Strange Famous, I definitely recommend it because they send you a cracking package. Because I get a massive box of stuff. It's full of signed records, T-shirts, stickers,
oh, wasn't
all.
it?
Oh, by the
That's
way,
amazing.
I get I get two signed LPs. Is that what you call them? Record.
For Sage Francis.
Aye, for Sage Francis. Aye, I get a signed one
Nice.
from what's his mate called? It's an Epic Beardman. Dolan, B Dolan.
Mm-hmm.
I get a signed record for B Dolan. I get a signed CD for B Dolan. I get hundreds of stickers and I get two T-shirts.
Well,
Uh,
that's nuts, mate. That's well worth it.
by the
To
way,
design a pin,
it was
that's well worth it.
it was way worth it. Cause I even checked the prices of stuff that they're selling on their site, and it was way worth it.
Well, that's you see they did pay you though.
Aye,
That's
well, aye.
that's payment, man. That's definitely payment. Um, like I did something recently some uh, for a movie, and like I've been trying to get like a hold. I was kind of promised the artwork um, for like the art director or the art department position for the movie, and I've been trying to get in touch with the director for about 2 months now,
This is the one I
and
don't know what you're talking
I
about.
can't get a hold of him. I can't get a hold of him, and it's like he it was on a messenger service, and like he's seen the messages, but
Blank you.
he's not responding. He's just blanking me, man. And I'm like, this is rather shitty, to be honest with you, because what I did quite a bit of I did quite a bit of work as far as like responding and stuff. I was almost on call because whenever he was sending a message, I was like, man, I'll get that to you in like half an hour, and I was away sketching things up and stuff like that. So,
Aye, well, I remember seeing. Is it the same one that I know about? Aye, is it?
aye,
See, I remember
yep,
seeing. I mean, you done pages of stuff for it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like
I did, I did quite a few pages of stuff, and like even those pages that I showed you, I went in further and redesigned bits and added bits in here and took bits out there and just kept amending bits and pieces. Um, pardon me. And it was, you know, the whole thing that was said at the start was, I can't pay you, but right now, but I can give you the work on the movie. And I was like, cool, amazing. Uh, but that didn't happen.
bumped. I've got that work. What
Bump.
do you need now?
Aye, exactly. So once bitten, twice shy, man. I'm definitely going to do more. Because obviously you think when it's a situation where you know somebody's in a position that they've already released movies.
Aye,
They're having meetings with like Hollywood big Hollywood studios about the movie they're pitching, and you're like, right, well, surely
they're
like
all right.
surely they're on the level, man. Surely they've worked with people before and they're on the level, but apparently not.
No, definitely not, man. It's the same everywhere.
Apparently not. Um, I, hopefully there'll be
So the moral of the
other
story is,
chances.
don't work for free unless you think that what you're going to get out it's going to be all right, which means that they're not
Aye,
really giving you in.
aye, basically.
Only work for free if you know that the end result is going to be beneficial to you, which you won't
Aye,
know until the
aye.
end result. So,
No, so like fucking go and work for free, guys. It might be good, it might be shite, but you know, you'll find out. Fuck, man. It's it's such a kick in the balls as well because you're just like
especially when it's something you
you
get
do.
excited about.
Aye, aye, totally,
See something like that, like you
totally,
think,
man.
like, oh, these guys have worked in movies. I mean, you think, look, this could be a door into something. I mean, I could do
Oh
this. I could
man,
lead on
I
to
was
something
packing my
else.
bags, dude. I was packing my bags, man. I was like, man, you see when the flight restrictions get lifted, I'm off to LA.
I split up with the
And I
missus
was
and
like,
everything. I'm going. I'm above this now. Do you know? I'm Hollywood.
no, no, straight up, I had that conversation. I was like,
We need to
that I
finish
might
this.
have to go. I might have to go for like a month or so. I might have to go and do some stuff. Uh, and then it turns out that way, and I'm like, oh well, okay.
He's not even got a movie. He was just in his basement, just wanting pictures for free.
Oh, dude, do you know what? That was one of my first thoughts was right. Wait a minute, is this guy an actual director here? What's happening? And I went and I went and I did a bit of research, and I was like, oh, okay, aye, I'm down with this.
The Funk
But,
wrote he gets fed up chasing payment from folk that go cold once work is complete. Might start requesting payment up front or at least a deposit. I do not put pen to paper until there's at least 50% deposit. The
yes,
way I
yes,
look at it
mate.
is I've got a, depending on how busy I'm at, it's either a 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 week period, and that period
Hmm.
doesn't start until they pay a deposit.
I
And
sometimes I get really excited about stuff and just start it anyway because I like the idea, but I don't like. I won't actually show them anything until like, I
there's
won't work on it further.
no the only time I would ever work on artwork before a deposit's paid or is if I've already built up a kind of reputation with the guys. Like there's a guy I work with, DQ, who's a rapper, and
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with him now for years, and there's never been
And you know
any
he's good
issues.
for it, man.
Aye, so if he messaged me saying I need this done, I'll more or less do it. I'll do it without anything, and then it's kind of invoice him, and that's it. There's never been any issues, not one.
Aye,
But
you
that's
know where you stand. That's a good relationship.
aye,
That's a
aye.
good client artist relationship. That's the way they're supposed to kind of go. Um, but obviously they get the times where you get asked you get asked to draw something and then somebody's like um, you're like right, okay, so that's going to be what size do you want it? Well, I don't know. What size do you want to do it? Well, you tell me because it all depends. What it's the price depends on what size you want it. And they're like, the price? What? What do
Well,
you mean the price?
I've found like most of my work comes through social media, so I found like a conversation. People say, "Oh, I really like your work. I would like to commission you to do something." I say, "What you're looking for?" So they'll tell me what they're looking for. The first thing I'll send them is the price. That is it. This is how
Aye,
much it is.
yeah,
I use PayPal. I need a 50% deposit. If you're still interested, message me back. fifty
mm-hmm,
percent of the time they don't, but at least it's
yeah,
you're getting that out of the way. Do you know what I mean? Just
yeah,
it feels
uh-huh.
sometimes it feels horrible doing it, but you need to just get into that kind of mindset. I think to just get it out of the way because you'll end up
Oh,
having
definitely.
like I listened to the um, I listened to the podcast with Burn. And you need to just get rid of the tire kickers. So people that listen to that podcast, the one or two people that are listening will know what I'm talking about. And you can't spend the time on that. Do you know what I mean?
No, no, there is a lot of time wasted. I remember I had one guy that said to me, I asked him, he asked me to draw a picture of his kids tonight, and I don't really do like I said to him, like
Do you want me to draw their individual
you've seen
teeth?
my page. I do your kids have spaces between their teeth because if no, they will have, right? No, no. He'd asked me to do a picture of his kid, and I was like, look, man, like totally, I'm totally up for it, but you do know that it's going to be done in a kind of comic book style. I'm going to do it in the style that I do it in. I'm not I'm not going to come away and draw you like a traditional pencil drawing of your kids for the commission because it's not what I do, right? I could sit and do that, right? But it take me it it take me longer to do that, and I've no drawn with I've no drawn with like pencils like that, like rendering with pencils and years. So you'd have to get back into the swing and shit like that, and it bores me. So I'm not for that at all. So I was like, no, um, so I'm going to do it like this. If I'm going to do it, and he's like, that's fine. Um, that's fine. But you said so. I already told him the price was £80 for um, the portrait because he was wanting the two kids done, and I was thinking like 40 quid a kid. Because
Brilliant,
everybody likes
aye.
to put a price on children. I was like £40 a child. That's okay. I was like so £80, and he's like right. So just what it is I've got really super bad OCD, and I was like, right, that's a bit an overshare. So I'm just kind of drawing a picture for him. And he's like, so I'm going to need two of them, okay? So I'm going to need two copies. and I was like, well, you're wanting it hand drawn. I was like, what do you want, like the hand drawn one in a print? And he's like, no, I'm going to need two hand drawn ones
In the same picture.
in the same picture. He said, because I have to have two of everything. He said, just in case something happens to one of them, so that I've got the other one. And I really didn't know how to answer that message.
Well, that'll be double the price.
I was like, I didn't know how to answer that, and I was like, right, well, that's going to be two then. You're going to have to pay me for, aye? You're going to have to pay me for two. And he's like, oh, could you not just do the two drawings for the one price
Aye.
and just help me out?
The
And
one
just
price
help
would
me
be
out a wee bit.
160.
And I was like, and just help me out a wee bit. And I was like, ah, man, it makes me super uncomfortable. It just makes me super uncomfortable when people are like, could you do that to help me out? And I'm like, hmm, hmm.
I'm sure.
I'm trying to.
I'm sure you sent me a page this week about small businesses.
Yes,
Right?
yes, I did, mate.
And on that page,
Yes,
they were showing you people sending the same exact message to multiple folk about pity calls like that.
yes,
Oh, this
mate.
has just happened
Yes,
and that and this.
aye, yep, yep.
I'm
And
not. I'm
just
not falling for that
really,
again.
not dude, it was really, really that page. I was reading it for hours. I was gutting myself at a lot of these things.
By the
Like,
way, that's
just
funny you're saying that 'cause I did. I ended up spending too much time on that. In fact, I think you ruined
oh,
a night.
oh, it was so true, but wasn't it?
Aye.
When you're reading it, you're just like, wow,
There
oh
was
man,
there was some I didn't disagree. There was some I disagreed on. There's that whole somebody was asking how they done something, and I'm not telling you. It's like, oh, so you can just go and do it yourself. Maybe that might be different in the like, baking industry and stuff. Like I can understand how that might be, but I feel as if you're an artist, it's good to share how you do things.
aye. Well, put it
Uh,
this way. Put it this way. Like we've known each other for what, about
Wait a minute,
two and a half
did you
years.
change my moon on that middle panel?
I might. Would you
Did
like me to change it back?
no. Right, guys.
Sorry.
Sorry before we go into this. I feel as if I've finished this piece.
Aye, man. I think it's done. I think it's done.
I think we're just kind of chatting now. It's up to yourselves if you want us just to kind of just keep drawing lines. I think it's a bit too
Oh,
late to maybe, or do you want to just try and throw a wee random picture together?
aye. We'll do it like
Give
we'll
me,
do it like a wee quick sketch.
give me 2 seconds then, right? Hello, hello, hello.
Alrighty.
Right, so
Aye, so
are you saving this one, man? We'll just do a wee blank canvas and
yes, I will save this.
by the way, this is my favourite one. I don't know if anybody in chat's been following us for a while. We're doing a comic panel every week, kinda, and this one's cool. This one was actually based on my 5-year-old's day out.
A wee game that you were playing.
Aye, we've got a wee thing that we do. Aye, turned out quite nice actually.
That's cool, man. That's cool. It's worked really well. Um, but you kind of ruined it earlier on when you suggested putting colour in it, and I was all up for it until I realised it was a PNG.
The only one we
Then
couldn't.
I know I was like, right up for it. Right, so I have saved this. Uh, um,
Can we just wipe this and just
downloading
start
that,
again? Okay.
and I'm just going to do a quick new same size. So make the base of the white.
Right, so we've done that. Done that Friday. Deep skulls. I have a wee notepad. I like to take notes.
Right.
I think Spaceboy's definitely got a knack for the landscapes, particularly this middle panel. I think you were maybe not you hadn't joined at the time, but we're talking about that. Aye, really nice. It's something I struggle with. I think my strong point's definitely character art. Like I mean, like say it like that completely.
Dynamic. It's the kind of dynamic art.
I bet
Um,
when it comes to backgrounds and things, it's man, I try so hard, and you don't see a lot of it because it usually gets deleted or just left off.
oh, dude, I fucking hate doing it. It's one thing I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy doing at all. When I worked in that comic book years ago with the guys in Odyssey, it was just it was a nightmare because they were asking me to draw things I had never drawn before, like proper. I remember there was a full market scene that I had to draw,
With
and
giraffes, it's giraffes in a full
it's
market.
mate, stressed me out. It stressed me out so much, man. Because the way that I had it in my head, it was like a kind of the perspective that it was in.
If you started
It was
another one,
almost. I started, yeah.
you,
I put a new one. Oh shit! Sorry, I had to invite you. I just started a new canvas in the same size. I thought it would have kept you in the
I need to go into my
section.
emails.
Uh,
What about that
and just
flashlight
just grab
subscription that I've got?
just grab your. Surely you can just like move your iPad for a minute.
No, because it's screen. It's, it's it's displaying the full screen.
Ah, oh, I suppose.
That is fine.
Um,
There is nothing at all. Nothing. I seem to be pretty good. Let's see. We see people get loads of spam. I don't really get that much. I don't know if it's MSN. I don't know. I seem to most of it gets
no,
weeded out.
that's because you delete it on a daily basis because you're a mad pervert and you feel the need.
I know these situations are going to happen.
There you go, dude. I sent you. Did you say to me you were drinking beer earlier?
No,
I I didn't think you drink beer.
no. Well, I like I don't really know the difference between beers and lagers. I start to get all confused in that. But I like Desperado. I like
Oh,
Tennants.
the ones with tequila.
Aye, Tennants, Stella, Desperado. That's probably my limits.
Oh, mate, this might be controversial, being to Glasgow and all that, right? But see, Tennant, and it actually makes me like, ill. It
What
makes me ill, man. I can't drink it.
the reason I never used to drink Tennent's, right, but I think I went to Teed in the Park for like 7 years in a row, and Strongbow and Tennent's was what you drank, and for like 4 days, and it just became, aye, you learn to love it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, I had a little like a wee sketch that I did.
Oh, so you're going to actually import something here, so we're not even going to just freestyle
Aye,
it.
let's just
No,
freestyle.
no, bring it in. You're probably better. I'd just like to be controversial.
Um,
It's funny that Funk's mentioned about backgrounds again. I think another artist that I really respect for that is artist mentioned earlier on's F. He's got, I think, that perfect balance of backgrounds and character art. It's brilliant.
there's a, I always feel that it's something I never, I never spent enough time on was the character, was the landscapes side of things, and obviously it sets a scene.
Ah,
You
I
know,
feel
when
rubbish.
you're,
Did you listen to that podcast, the one with Burn, Draw Me a Robot one?
oh no, I did. I've not listened to any of
So,
them yet.
so I think he's like he's 40 something now, right? And he's talking about how
uh,
he's been drawing since he was 5. And see, like, when I hear things like that, it makes me feel pure sad, man. Because I've not really been drawing. I've only really been drawing for 4 year, 5 year. And to think,
no, you
man,
must have drew before that, did.
I did. I drew to some extent, but I didn't. If you know what I mean.
Well, you didn't make it your primary focus.
It wasn't like something that like, I spent my time on. It wasn't my main thing. Like, I mean, I say I done the
Uh,
sound production. That was what I thought it was going to be. Do you know what I mean? And I
oh,
think that,
I need a both one filler for that one. I can't even both it. Oh well.
and to think that, man, like, if I was chasing drawing since I was 5, I'd be like 30. I'd be like 15 years into it now.
Aye, aye. Like I kind of came away. Like I was like always really big into it when I was younger. Ever since I was a wee boy. So I remember I drew a comic book called Blue Heat. It was the
Blue
stupid
heap.
Blue Heat, Blue Heat. A way back, like I must have been 11 or 12 or something. And
I would have went 5 or something with that name. 5.
it was like the guy was. I might not have been 11 or 12. I might have been a 10 or 11 maybe. I don't know. It was. I loved Street Fighter back then, so it was about this guy who like he could make his hands like fire, blow like fire coming through his hands, and he used to beat people up and stuff. I never really had a story to it. Really, I just like to draw. Um, I just like to draw fighting. So I was drawing for years, and then I decided that music was the thing that I wanted to do for some reason, and then came away from drawing, and then went back to it about I started seriously like putting my head down that about 2009, I'd say. I always drew, but getting right back into it. Is this like getting in b-boy poses?
Aye.
Love
By the way, that's so good that you can see that.
it.
That's brilliant.
Mate, do you know what? Do you know the thing is like see the b-boy stance that you've got grinning just now?
Aye.
Right, that's actually the b-boy stance that any time me and my mates and I took a picture and done stances. That's what I do.
By the way, there we go. It's a relationship that was meant to be. Right, so we're going to draw B-Boy Kit and Grin.
Yeah,
Let's do it. If anybody wants to join in, just draw a B-Boy version of your character you've got. Um, I know it's getting a wee bit late, but we can pick it up later. I got to do a.
What was that?
I got.
What was that? I just heard laughing coming out of my
Is that for me?
eye.
It's this YouTube's on the background. I didn't you could hear that.
I can't hear it at all. I couldn't hear it at all beforehand, man. I just like literally just heard it there.
Are you doing your guy with his arms folded?
Aye.
I might do mine with his doing like a mic drop.
Oh, what? No, well, what did you want?
No, it was just it was,
What was your plan at first?
he had his hands kind of like here on there, and then
Oh,
that
right.
one had like a mic. You were MCing.
Oh, right. Aye. That's cool. That's cool. I'll do that then. I'll do that, and you just do your arms folded. Aye. Let's do that. Because I was trying to work out the weird angles that I'd started drawing it there.
You see it now? Like there's the mic, and
I
there's
got
the hand.
it. I've got it. Aye.
I think it's nuts that you look at that and think, I've got that for the horrible shady lines.
I would discuss this already as well though. Like you showed me a sketch. Like, probably when we first started kind of drawing stuff together, and you're like, you probably don't know what it is, man. But and I got it straight away, and you're like, how the fuck did you know that? How the fuck did you even know what the random bunch of lines were? And I was like, because I sketched like that.
That's what mine look like. You think you're unique, you're not, you're no special. That's what we all look like. The good thing about having like an original character is you just draw what you want.
I was me. Like, I don't think I've tried for the comics as hard as I possibly could to make Grin's helmet the same every single time.
I say, Steve, at the
Right.
very start, if you're wanting consistency, you've got the wrong person on board. Because it's definitely not what I've got. And I feel as if, see,
Like,
if you go out with that, or if that is what you start off with, then it doesn't matter later on. Like, I don't know if one of the very first things I've seen, there's a manga called Dead Leaves, right? And the guy's got a TV head. And it's definitely where my inspiration for Kit came from. Right, it just I thought it was it was pretty cool. But see, every single scene they look dead different. Their characters. It's as if it's not as if it's somebody different drawing them, but they can be so stretched and squashed, and it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? And I like
uh,
that. I like the fact that things don't need to be consistent. They don't need to be always the same. As long as they're recognisable as the same character, that's fine. But it doesn't always need to be exactly right. And if you start
no,
off that way, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Obviously,
uh,
if you start off and it is, then you can't just start randomly just changing it.
no. I think I remember when I started doing a comic, the like initial idea, Grins like a big smash of pop culture, just like a big bunch of stuff that I liked. Uh, I think the when I first drew the helmet, it was obviously if you can't tell what the reference to the shape of the helmet is, then you know
A penis.
you've been living under a rock somewhere. It looks like the Daft Punk helmet.
Damn, I was wrong.
Aye. A big swollen member? No, sir. No, sir, not at all. You have to drag your mind at the gutter sometimes, Craig. You know that? It's getting quite a problem these days. Like the dicks and everything.
By the see at the start,
Talking about dicks.
I'm sure it wasn't even me. I'm sure at the start I was the one that was against it.
You were? You were? You were the one that was completely against it. And everybody was just like, slap a cock in it, man. Go for it. Slap a cock in it. And it's just like, no, 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 guys. We're a family friendly stream here. And I was like, nah, man. No, this is getting a bit. And then as the times went on, it's just, yeah, it's just one of the things like, probably should have put a dick in this thing. No.
There might be Wayne's watching. In fact, I think
Aye.
mine might be.
See, it was that week. I think uh, there was a kid that drew something
Aye.
and sent it into the Discord, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay. Let's um,
The,
let's cut back in the dick chat a wee bit."
the good thing is I knew that they couldn't hear us. They were kind
All
of
right,
getting.
okay.
That's a guy from my work. It's his kid. By the way, she was pure over the moon that we shared her work and all that. And, I think
Oh, she
she's.
actually featured. It was her design that featured in the strip as well.
Aye, so it was in fact. That's right. You were influenced by it. But
Aye.
she couldn't hear. But we're alright. We were kind of like a filter. There was a filter between us and her.
Oh, good man, you need that, man. Cause see, like once my kids go to bed, man, I don't have a fucking buffer. Right? There is no, do not have a buffer
No,
once my kids go to bed.
I knew there was, and he did say that he was going to be on, and I did warn him about it, so it was all right.
What did you say to him? Did you say, yeah, listen, there's a high chance, high probability of dick chat?
Just profanity. Come on. Is it always that? Is it always that?
Mate, it was totally, aye. It was dick and chicken talk the whole time.
Chicken.
Aye,
It was aye. There's been
aye,
chickens in there. By the way,
aye.
you let yourself down. In fact, wait a minute. There's been a chicken every single one,
Is there?
apart from the last one. Aye.
Oh no, so we never put a chicken in that last
You
one.
say we. I've never do one chicken.
Aye, see when we talk about we, right? See when the reference we, it means the royal we,
Right.
which obviously means me and you. So if I fucking spontaneously combust, so do you, right?
Ah, I deserved that, didn't I? That was
You did, mate.
fair play. Fair play.
Um, I think that's how. I was trying to do him with a 1950s microphone there for some strange reason.
What was it? I feel as if it's just by the standards and not a Shure FM SM58 or something back in the day.
Apart from me, aye.
A Shure SM58, 57, 58. 57 was a wee bit of a weirder one, wasn't
The 57 was more for female vocals, wasn't it? That was where you went for your more your kind of higher frequency vocals. I remember shit. I remember shit. I've still got um, I've still got an FM58 line there in the
it?
cupboard. Mm-hmm. It's like it's like the whole shield on the outside. The steel shield on the outside. It's completely fucked though because it was one for college years and years ago. That when I was leaving college, I may or may not have put in my bag. But
Is-
it was in my bag anyway.
I think that's a thing,
Found
innit?
it.
I think when I left college, man, I think I went away with one of the. What were they called? What was the wee boxes called? The wee blue and grey
An
ones.
M box.
An M
An M
box,
box.
aye. So what
Aye.
happened to it when I left? One of them also went missing.
Mate, I've got one. That's what I use for my PC still to this day for the
Seriously?
audio. Aye. Uh huh. I've got an Mbox Mini and I still use it to this day.
I think I sold mine. I didn't need it. I had an APC,
Um,
Ableton
oh,
one, and then I had an MPC. Is that the newer one? Is that the?
the aye. Uh huh. The proper drum machine, like you can portable carry
By
it
the way,
about with you.
unknown fact. In fact, unless I've mentioned it before, is I DJ at a festival with a APC.
Well, that's all live then.
Aye, no, it was
Really?
aye. By the way, I had this cranking set, right? I worked on it for months. Right, I wasn't a real DJ. I couldn't use decks and stuff. Well, I could. We used to do a thing when me and my brother used to share a flat. We used to have Technics set up. We used to have this kind
Mhm.
of party where maybe like 4 or 5 days. And what you'd do is somebody would put a record on, and then the next person
Uh
had
huh.
to mix into it,
I
and
used to do it with my mates as
and
well.
you would
Uh huh.
just kind of rotate
Aye.
round. But that was
Uh
kind of as good as I got. But when it came to DJing, I always used digital. I used Ableton, Ableton and
huh.
APC. And I remember doing this at this festival, right? And I thought, my set's brilliant. By the way, it was brilliant because see when I started playing, there was nobody in the tent. It was dead, right? And see when I finished, it was bouncing, and I was pure chuffing myself. But see the guy that came on after
Brilliant.
me was Dex, right? He was records, and it was. I'm trying to think of the track I finished on. It was By Now, right? I don't know if anybody's into dance music or stuff. It was a song called. It was the band called By Now, right? And I think it was futuristic sounds. But see the guys that actually done it. It's the guys that done see the Ibiza albums.
Mhm.
Like they do the cheesy dancey music, like that
Yeah.
horrible stuff that nobody likes. Well, they've
Uh
got an act called By Now, and their stuff's brilliant. It's like this kind of heavy electro dance music, right? And I finished on that, and it's a brilliant dance track. And see, the guy came up with records, and he was chatting to his mates casually. We were also mixing this in, right? So he's like talking to his
Aye.
mates, and it was the best mix all day. Like I'd spent years like on mine, and he came in and mixed into this thing. What's he doing? How's he doing this? And he wasn't even trying that hard. I think that guy is brilliant. But he was like a nobody. Do you know what I mean? But he was just
Just
so good
matching the beat.
on
Knew the
decks, man.
BPM straight
Aye.
away.
But it's just the track and everything he picked was brilliant. And I'm like, is that how that song goes? I can't remember if that's how that song goes now. But it wasn't, because I'd unplugged my PC and walked away from my Ableton and everything. There wasn't even playing anymore.
You know, like when I used to go down to my when I used to go down to my friends, we always used to we'd like techniques in there, and we used to sit and just listen to records. We used to buy records, and one of my mates, a DJ, hip hop DJ, he he had like a vast selection of records, and he used to like, go and buy records all the time and bring them down to my mate's house, and we'd all sit there and they'd put new records on, they'd mix the records into old records, they'd go and dig for other records, they'd be like, oh, this would go brilliant with this or whatever. And there's a Craig Mack song, right? And like I've never actually heard the actual full version of the song, right? He
Craig
used
Mack.
to play Craig Mack, like it's a rapper for like back in the 90s,
Right.
and he did he did a song, and I don't even know the name of the song because all that I remember is my mate mixing it into this other kind of newer song for a group called City High, and but what would you do? And he mixed the City High instrumental with the vocal track for the Craig Mack song, right? And it went perfectly, right? The Craig Mack song was fucking excellent, and I don't know. Like, I've been looking for this Craig Mack song for about 20 years now, and I still don't know the name of the song,
Right, wait a
and
minute.
it
I know how
drives
to
me
fix this.
mental.
I know how to fix this. Hellbound.
I know you're doing. Hellbound. How much do you know about King Mac?
Find this song. You know, in fact, don't even find it. Just tell us what it is, because you know it.
Is Hellbound going to be a new version of Alexa?
Aye, well, it seems to be. The man is educated. I love making music, man. I say the last time I was on, me and my brother have got a wee competition on and that about making tracks, but it's hard. It definitely is.
I think when you spend so much time away from it as well, and then try and go back to that kind of state of mind,
I would love one of
it's
my kids to get into it, because I think if they get into it, then it's a reason for me to get back into it. Do you know what I mean?
very true, very true. That's why I started taekwondo, and I tell you what, man, like my whole body is screaming right now, sitting here, prawn.
Spaceboy says that's the
Like,
reason he started taekwondo, but he realises that since he's been in these streams with me, he feels as if he has to build up his masculinity because I keep calling him out. I don't know, he's not seen any others, right? But I'm ripped. I'm ripped.
it's the funniest shit you said all night.
And Spaceboy's like, can't even finish his ends.
Because I've eaten his biscuit.
Spaceboy's letting himself go a bit. He's middle-aged spread and that, do you know what I mean? But I've looked after myself.
Make sure you get them curls in, mate.
The good thing is, people don't know. In fact, do you know who does know? Hellbound. You can't answer this one. He's met me before. Never dripped that day, remember?
Do you know what? See this hand that I'm doing here? Well, I hate these hands. See this position that I'm doing this hand in? I can't stand it. It's that whole superhero um, poking your fingers in somebody's face hand.
Right, I love, like, forced perspective, right? But, see, sticking a hand in somebody's face, I'll,
It's rude,
no,
isn't it?
no, I'll totally avoid it. I'll always avoid it. Like, I'll do a hand going behind, away, but not very often will I do it like that. By the way, you've got it spot on.
I just hate them, mate.
Aye.
I just don't. I don't like. I don't like the position. It's like I always think it's dead rude. You know. I don't know. Every time I see it, ever
Pe-
since I've been a wee guy, I've always just been like, "That's just fucking rude, man."
People are going to
Like,
get
why do you
offended.
always have to poke their? It's like smell my fingers. You seen that episode of Still Game where the guy's like that? Smell my fingers. Get them smelt. It's the good stuff. That's what. That's what it just. It just reminds me.
Some b-boy stances. It's like,
You're a prick.
eh? What are you
I was zoomed in doing that hand there, and I zoomed back out, and there's a big tit on his face.
talking about? Sorry. I knew you were zoomed in. See when you said you were concentrating that hand, I thought he zoomed in. This is perfect opportunity.
Taking
Have you
advantage.
seen that? Is it
Incredible.
Yard Life? Yeah, the Yard what's running up an art gallery across the road.
Yes, yes, I did see that. I did see that. Marianne sent me a message about doing stuff in the gallery. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I said maybe. Um, I said I was interested. Um, I don't know. I feel as if I've got so much. I feel as if I've got so much to do and finish right now, that taking something else on like that would just be crazy.
And you're talking about the start of May, ain't you? So you're talking about like in the next week.
Aye, mate, and it's got to be like an original piece,
No, it doesn't. By
like
the way, no, is that what she told you?
sketches or
Prints.
prints or the prints. It could be prints as well. Aye,
Technically, you've got a print A3 or Rose Clyde one.
aye, aye. Well, that's mate. Well, that's true. That's true. Could definitely put the World's Collide prints in there.
Well, the reason I was mentioning it, she messaged me as well, and I was thinking about putting in two A3 prints, hand finished,
Uh-huh.
um, framed. You can get a frame off Amazon, by the way. I'm waiting on it coming. It's not came yet. Just to see what they're like. I bought one. It was like £12 for an A3 frame. Deep. I like the deep ones. To see what it's
Aye,
like.
uh-huh.
But I was thinking like you could even use the Warriors Clyde one. But I'm going to hand
No,
finish
I've
them.
got
Do
the
you know what I mean?
aye. Get the grin. I've got quite a few of the kind of series that I did when it was him in Terrible Peril. For like he's always fighting something.
Aye. Oh, did you end up getting
And they
prints
had the
done?
colour, the colour behind them. No, what I was toying with the fact, well, I get because we've had many conversations about prints, you know, and how
Even the night?
and what's that?
Even tonight?
Exactly. We've had many conversations about prints and about is it worth it? Um, I've sold a few prints in the past, like this year, that I've sold for like one-off versions. Do you know what I mean? And instead of selling the print for instead of selling like one print, you get like 10 of them made, and you sell them for a tenner each, right? I sell like a one-off version of the print for like 80 quid.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? And but but again, you know, there's not a lot of people want to buy prints if it's like that. If there's a lot of them, so I was thinking maybe just getting like one each of one of the whatever ones that is I want done, just one each printed, and I'll put them up.
Yeah,
I'll give them to her
I definitely
and
think it's
say,
beneficial for us to have something. Do you know what I mean?
aye, it's just that I think it's a big commission as well.
Aye.
You know, it's a big commission, and I mean,
But
like,
if I was where I'm coming from is I'm just adding that on. Like,
well, that's what she said to me. She said just add it on. Just make sure you add that on, obviously, because
I
it's
because if anybody watching this stream wants to buy artwork off me that's going to be available there, get in touch with me and you'll get it for a lot cheaper. Because she's not listening to this. I know that they're not listening to this.
no
But when you're getting artwork off me through a gallery, then there's obviously going to be
a commission.
a commission
Aye,
for them. So if you see something you like from me and you think that's lovely, I would love to own that super original piece created by Imrie. Is that the price he's asking? Just message me and I'll do it. A wee backhander and we'll be fine. But I know I definitely think it's a good idea. Like I'm surprised I've not done something like that before. A3s, when she says to me you can do A5s, A4s or A3s, I'm like 2 A3s. No
aye.
bother. Give me big space. That's it. I'll take as much space as you want.
I was even thinking about getting maybe these sketchbooks, these brown sketchbooks that I did for like a couple of years. That I'd been talking about fucking putting a sketchbook out with the contents of them, but I don't have a scanner, so I've no scanned any of them, so they're all just kind of sitting there.
How many
Um,
pages you talking?
um, I've got a stack of them, dude,
I don't have a scanner here.
and I've got a stack of them, dude. I'm talking maybe 60 pages, maybe 70 pages.
By the way, see if you want, like at some point I could take a scanner on that down to the studio and you could maybe just, I wouldn't even be there, you know what I mean? I could
Aye,
just drop you into the studio and you could just do what you want with it.
that would be amazing. Um, because I bought I did have a scanner for like years, but like I realised when I started using I used another one in college, and I was like, wait a minute, my scanner's shit. My scanner's bullshit, man. Like, seriously, fucking bullshit. And it just lay there until it was obsolete. Because you leave these things for a couple of years, they just become completely obsolete, and there's like no point in using them anymore. So, but that would be awesome.
Aye, but I'm saying just let you do your own thing. Do you know what I mean? I just open it up for you and just let you do what you want. Stay out
Aye,
your way.
because
Wait, just give me
I'd love
two
to
seconds,
get
man.
them.
Give me 2 seconds. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so one of the things I might mention, I don't maybe talk about something I walked away there, but is I think like once a week, once a month,
Yes.
we get another artist in
Yes.
and we do a wee collab draw and a wee interview.
Ah, that would be cool.
But also leaves the predicament is see that thing that we done with Hatch. That was good
Yeah,
fun, man. That was such good fun.
mate, that was amazing.
So do we
I had
do?
such a good night.
This is the thing I'm thinking. Do we do 1 week me and you, right?
Uh-huh.
1 week that person that we're going to interview doing the random characters, and then the next week
Uh-huh.
me and you just drawing a comic page, and then the week after that, that same person then doing a comic page. So in 1 month, in 4 weeks, we get the same person on twice because see when we were doing the kind of random prompts, there wasn't much. You couldn't do much chat. Do you know what I mean?
No,
It was all just
no.
kind of hilarity rather than anything else.
It was, man. It was all very kind of smash bang.
So that was something that I wanted to bring up just to see. I thought may as well bring up here and chat because why not?
I
And
know
I
that
think
sounds
that'd be a
cool.
good idea. And see, it's got to also be the better people. There's definitely folk that I would like to have on. Even people that already join us. I mean, there's a massive amount of people just going through alphabetical order. Like Dimitri, obviously he's going to join us because if he turns up next week, it's a rule. He has to get involved. Defunct.
I'm going to badger you, Demetrius. I'm going to badger you about it all week.
Aye, there's Defunct, there's Hellbound, there's Zero Psyche. I mean, we've definitely got people who are turning up each week who
Oh,
we could
definitely. Good
invite. Do you know what I
artists,
mean?
man.
We would love to.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
you might not want to. You might
Uh-huh.
not want to do chatting and stuff, but at least there's potential there for something like that. Whereas it'd be one artist, so we'd only need 12 artists a year. Do you know what I mean?
I'm definitely up for that. That's awesome.
But I'd like to get Hatchback definitely.
I I think I think we had there was a good kind of repertoire there. Where we were all kind of just talking away and having fun. No, in fact, wait a minute. Most of his drawings were better than ours, so don't invite him back.
Most of his drawings
That
might be
Harry,
better than yours.
that Harry Potter. Dude, here, listen. See that night that I was sitting drawing. I was sitting drawing because I hadn't charged the iPad that day. So, I had like I went to go and stream and realised I had like 13% in it, and I was like, oh fuck, man. That means I can't sit where I usually sit because right now I'm lying down. Like I'm not sitting up right now. I'm lying down. So I had to sit at the arm of the couch and have it plugged in. But you know how long an Apple charger is. So I had to set the iPad on the arm of the couch, and because I'm left-handed, my arm was hanging off the couch. So I'm like trying to draw things quickly, and like I'm no resting my elbow on anything. So look, almost how you draw on an easel.
Aye, aye.
Almost how you that's how I was drawing, and I was like, man, fuck man, that looks shit. Can't believe. I was looking back at a lot of it, and I was like, right, definitely one of my favourite streams for the chat and everything that was happening. Definitely not one of my favourite streams for
Right, no, I
the work
think
that was produced.
I definitely think you're taking it out of context. See Hatch when it comes to time limits. I mean, we maybe picked the wrong person to have 5 minutes to draw something
Oh
because
mate,
that guy can
it's
put down phenomenal artwork in minimal time. I
it's
mean, see if that was
ridiculous.
any other artist, see if that was anybody else, it wouldn't have looked as bad. I, I spent the last 65 hours thinking about this. Right? It was not down to our lack of being decent. It was down to the fact that he's phenomenal at throwing out artwork super fast.
See that Wile E. Coyote bit,
Aye, man,
like
that's the
the
one I
Wile
keep thinking.
Wile E. Coyote. I was just like, what the fuck, man? What is that?
He's a full scene.
You just did that, and you've got like 2.5 minutes to spare. The
It was,
fuck,
it,
man?
it was a full scene. There was like character building and everything. I actually shed a tear. I felt that connected to the characters that he created in that 5 minutes.
I'm, I don't know what I'm doing down here.
It does seem that
I
way quite
moved
often.
the, I I moved this leg, like thinking that I'd moved it to a suitable position, but I really didn't.
Right, so let's see. Let's see. I've got a lot of chat here. How did you go about the artwork space to paint? Hellbound, by the way, just message him. See the way I think Spaceboy knows the guys that worked on the artworks, but me personally, I didn't. And I messaged the artworks page and asked them if he can
Uh-huh.
come down and paint, and they more or less they say aye. Just
Gaz is the guy that runs Yard Works is he's a lovely guy, man.
super nice
He's
man.
a lovely
Totally
guy,
aye.
and if you're eager to paint and you're have you painted before?
Aye, no, he has. Aye.
He has. I well, man, if you painted before, then like he'll definitely he'll be open to you coming down. That's one of the questions. Obviously, I'll ask you first. Have you painted before? Um,
And I hadn't, and he gave me a wee corner, and it was brilliant.
aye. Yeah, that's why he'll ask if you painted before because he'll kind of probably
Aye,
if you've not painted before, he'll give you one of the back walls to kind of practice on. But
he,
that's what
aye,
the place is all about, man.
aye, no, he's great, but now he realised my potential when he gave me bigger walls. I can't even do spray cans, man. I was trying to spray paint today, guys. By the way, there is images coming of some sort of woodcut spray paint piece that is over a metre in size.
Mate, you can speak to talk about
Listen,
it.
I've painted with you, so I'm going to go as far as say you can't even really spray paint that well.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Listen, you need to keep doing it to be good at it. You can't just take the long breaks and still accept to be that way.
Listen, I'm quite happy with my work last week. I think I was quite happy with my work
Right,
last week.
right, no, that was right. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But what I kept noticing is when I looked at it, I kept thinking, what's up with that circle?
Fuck you, man. That's actually, I was actually sitting the other night, like, did I phone my brother? and like you should go, I phone him and just like go, just I phone him and just like go back up there to that lassie's house and let's see if I can go back up to that lassie's house and redo that.
Really? There's no way you were thinking
I,
that.
no, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. It's like that's how I get with things that if I notice something that's really fucking me up, I'm just like I need to fix it. I need to go and fix it. Hence the reason I have a book that I have drawn the pages of. Some of the pages I've drawn several times, and I've not finished it yet because like I've drawn the pages several times. Like I said,
Listen, this
it's
the what's mummy doing sleep night one, is it? This kind of sleep tight. What's
definitely not what you said, but yes, I have that kind of idea. It's not even the words, mate. It's all been written. It's the fucking illustrations for it because like I'll do it and then I'll look at it for
by the way, see the
like a
stuff you
day
were
or so.
sending for me. You sent me stuff years ago.
Aye,
Like,
no,
it was
about a
brilliant.
year ago.
Aye, and see if that's been changed.
Aye.
You're mad.
No, they kind of first pages I sent you. I've not changed them. It was pages later on that I changed, and I keep going back and going right. No, that's not right. That does not look right. That's no good. No, I know. I've got no. I need to change that. No, I don't know. I'm my aim worst enemy when it comes to
Aye,
things like this, man.
see when it comes to things like that, treat it like a commission. Send it to me. I'll look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye,
Send it to me as if it's mine, but not yours, and I'll decide. Because see if it's just for
aye, I'll
yourself,
do,
you will
I'll do
just
that
you
then.
totally pick it apart, man. You will. You'll
Aye,
always
that's
find
that's
something
what I
wrong with it.
do.
Because I see
Aye,
like even
I,
see I was painting today, and I get a wee run and see that wee run at pure. This the thing that I was doing today was massive, right? It was like maybe a metre high, maybe half a metre wide, right? So it's not massive, but it's big. It's painting. I get a wee run in it, and I thought I don't like that, so I touched it with my finger to try and spread it, and then it made it worse, and then I kept
oh,
rubbing it down, and I
oh
sanded
no.
it. I let it dry, and I sanded it down, I smoothed it out, and it just kept lingering on it. And I showed it to Claire, and she's like, "I don't even know what you're talking about."
What
No,
a fucking day, what a fucking day.
last 4 hours I've been spending on this. Claire, what do you mean you get? It's there. Look, somebody just looks like part of the wood. Yeah, it's not good being the person that gets to decide what you're doing.
No, no, it's not, man. It's not.
Right, but give me 2 seconds. We'll get a bit of a chat here. Let's get through this. By the way, Imrie, I seen a Dino plushie on the stories. Wondering if you'd be keen to get a kit made. I'll send you something I've done. You might. If somebody wants to make a kit plushie, I would be over the moon.
That's fucking awesome.
I think that is it. Defunct, I'm actually thinking, like, can you be like my new best mate? By the way, man, that is absolutely awesome. Can I share this? Can I show people this, or is it? I don't know if that's. Right, so Dimitri's also saying you should have artists, you should have guests on, it'd be fun. And I'm definitely taking that as he's totally up for it. Dimitri, I'm getting a spaceboy to DM you to just organise what date suits you, but you have now
yes.
tied yourself into 2 nights with us. One doing random sketches digitally, and then one doing a comic page.
Oh, let's do crows.
Hey, check this out. I don't think you should do crows. The guy's a better artist out his own. I want to go draw what he draws.
No, no,
But
I'm
no,
just talking about.
no, we're drawing
I'm
robots. We're
talking
drawing
about.
something he doesn't draw ever. We're drawing cars with wings. Check these out, right?
Oh, what happened?
Check this out, right? So this is Defunct Rope. By the way, how come I've never seen this before, Defunct? Is this like an old thing or? It's a plushie. Made from a tote bag with printed work and then stuffed with recycled plastic bottles. How awesome is that?
Oh, that's dynamite.
Man, I just feel as if the Funk's got a style that just works with things all the time.
Aye, that's excellent. I love
It's a Twitch exclusive, guys. Just letting you know. Uh, Created by Imrie, William Spaceboy, and the Funk Robot. Twitch exclusive, right there. MTV, eat your heart out.
That's awesome.
But
Did you
100% totally involved in that.
move the VIs too?
Who wins?
The ones that you threw in his face?
These ones, the good ones.
Yeah, yes, the ones, please. Thank you, sir.
Can I draw badges on them?
Aye, go for it.
What the
Go,
shoulder? Is
go
it
for it.
both of them?
You draw, bad. He's got it in his right shoulder, but well, would be the left hand side. But it doesn't really matter because it's a sketch. So whatever side you want to go. I
Oh,
think it's probably better putting them on his like left hand, his right.
there must be a little white here. Is that me?
Did I put a stroke of white in there somewhere?
Sorry, I just made a different layer.
Oh, no, that's whack.
It's wet.
That's whack. My daughter kind of said that to me the other day. She was like, oh, that's whack.
And I bet you
And
says
I
to
was
her,
like,
what? That's it
I was
just.
just like, what the fuck? I was like, I said, when did you start calling things whack? She was like, what are you talking about? I was like, Aria, that's 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 for your dad's time. That's chat I used to use. She's just like, no, it's not. And I was like, I totally is.
Oh, I'm cooling down with the
Totally is,
kids.
man. Aye, it totally is. And she's just like, no, you're whack.
I think
Left the room.
it's chat that your dad used, not you.
My dad?
Oh,
No. Fuck, man. Definitely not my dad.
how do you done sketch all stuff? It's weird because I can't scroll through the layers over on the right hand side. I can only see down to like 5, if you know what I mean. Do you know how to do it? Hey, we've been raided. 17 people have joined us. How you doing? Thanks for joining, guys. We've got the feet and raids. 17 people. We need to make an effort, Spaceboy, now having some sort of good, relevant chat to keep these people here. The silence isn't going to work. How do I get to that layer to take the sketching away?
Hello. Hello.
Oh no, I didn't even realise you were gone. To be honest.
Mate, I was talking. I was in the middle of talking there, and everything went quiet, and I was just like, I couldn't hear you. Usually, I can hear you breathing.
Really?
No,
That's the kind of thing you'd mention.
no, not really, not really.
Right, so how do we get rid of these sketchers? We get raided. We get raided, and there's a stack of folk joining us, and they love our art. And he says they love my witty banter.
Did they say? Are you sure they said witty? Oh
No, they didn't. They didn't say anything like that at all.
no, I thought I'd thinged the chat there. I thought I'd
Broke it.
jumped at the chat again there.
I kicked you. What do you mean?
That's what I thought you did.
You're questioning me. You're questioning what I say.
um,
Oh man, how can I not find what's going wrong here? Right, so we got ready there. Just get a shout out to Teeny Rose for doing that for us. Get a bunch of folk. Hopefully, you appreciate fine art and witty banter, because that's what me and Spaceboy are full of.
oh, you've
Fine
missed it
art
all tonight.
and witty banter. We have drew a comic already. I would say that whole kind of like, subscribe, but I don't even know what most of that means. So just if you enjoy it, guys, just tune in next week. We're here every week at 9 o'clock. Um,
Talking shite and drawing stuff.
that is it. And try to figure out apps that we don't use very often, because we're kind of stuck in a predicament here.
Acting like a pair of boomers while we're
See, I drew. I drew. I drew the stickers on that shoulder, but I've also got the
ah,
black things going through it. What am I doing?
you must have
Where's the sketch
done
layer?
your under there then.
There's a sketch layer.
The sketch layer's layer six copy.
Oh, oh, oh.
It's only grey that's on it anyway, man. So
I see layer 6 copy's gone.
okay. Oh, oh, the sketch layer's still there.
It's number
Oh,
3.
there we go.
Number 3, there we go. Sketch layer is gone. Right, brilliant. So there we go. We've got if anybody's joined us in, this is Kit, this is Grin. Me and William Spaceboy have 2 original characters. We have 2 original stories, and we thought it'd be a good idea to bring them together. So we created this thing called Worlds Collide, and this is Worlds Collide. It's William Spaceboy's characters, my characters together, and portals that open up in the sky.
It's
But
a
I don't know
very
why you let me describe that, because I'm just not very good at that. So what it does, I'm going to jump off for 2 seconds, and you can probably do a
no
better job
worries.
than I can.
It's basically we thought about once we started drawing together, we thought about kind of combining the two characters. Imrie had already done a comic out of mana. Uh, he'd already started to do this comic years back, and never, never. I don't think he finished it. But so we decided to take that character, and I'd already come up with a character as well, and we decided to put the two of them into a universe together. So we kind of brought them together from two different backgrounds. We've brought Grin from the background that kind of is a catalyst for the whole story, the whole Worlds Collide story. Um, that's his story is the catalyst for it all, and we kind of pull Kit from Out of Mana, that Out of Mana universe, into the same into the Worlds Collide universe. So all all the stuff that happens in Out of Mana is canon for Worlds Collide, and we kind of left it that way because what Imrie had already for Out of Mana was really cool. The whole idea, the whole concept for Kit and what it was all about and why it existed was was really cool, and it's fed directly into this universe as well. So it is like a merging of a merging of the two worlds. I don't really want to say too much about the story, other than
Buy the
they're
comic.
pulled away from the other than when we put the Kickstarter up. Please go and kind of pledge to it, and you know, even if you just pick up a single issue, then awesome. You know, and if you can afford a wee bit more to it, then brilliant. But because there'll be loads of cool stuff. But yeah, I don't really want to say too much about it other than it's multiple universes all getting kind of pulled together through one event and ending up in a kind of postmodern, apocalyptic Glasgow. Well, this event has impacted Glasgow over the course of like 6 months previous to them showing up. But the event happened all at the one time. But obviously, because time's not like kind of linear, these events happened before they arrived, and they had been happening, and they'll continue to happen when they get there. So it's basically going to be full of wacky characters. There's a lot of kind of emotional moments with the stuff as far as I've written, and we're going to be drawing the whole thing together just like we do these comic pages every week. You know, so like issue one's a lot drawn by both us, but we're doing our separate sides. So Imrie's drew his side, his kind of starting story for Kit. I've drew how Grin started, and then we kind of collaborate on the last. I think it's like 8 pages. Is it 8 pages? I don't know.
I don't know, you're right.
Six
You just tell me
pages.
to do. I thought it
As
was like 2 initially, but then it changed.
as it was initially two. It was initially a splash page, but then it kind of moved. It moved up to kind of bring a bit more emotion into it and bring a bit more of the story kind of into it to have a cliffhanger. I think it's important to end these things on a cliffhanger, especially if it's like a first issue or something,
Aye,
or it's a
totally,
first
aye.
episode. You know, it needs to be a really good one. It can't just be there's a fight going to happen or something. It needs to be something that you know that makes them want the second issue to come.
Well,
And you know, once we do this, I fully plan as well. Um, Once it's finished and if it gets fully funded, I also plan to try and license it because apparently you can do that for movies and stuff. I had no idea you could just do that.
what do you
You
mean?
could just go and shop. You can go and like see if you've got like a comic property or whatever. You know, to um, you can go to different production companies and like license your your title, whatever it is, to them and see if they want to buy it. You can pitch it to them and see if they want to like buy the rights to make a movie
I feel as
or
if
whatever.
like that's awesome, but I feel as if it would be good to have like a substantial
Oh, definitely. Yes. Oh, after we had more issues
Aye,
and
aye,
like almost like a graphic novel's worth. You know, you would have to have, I'd say,
aye,
before
aye, aye, totally.
because there's a lot of story to be told. Uh, but
Most it
aye,
involves
this is
portals,
yes. There is many portals.
but definitely written by somebody that's smarter than me that says, aye, it was a portal.
Aye, well, would you want me to say it's an interdimensional rift? Then
No,
we'll say that.
I'm sure you'll be
Um,
fine, definitely. I think there's a few times like that we were talking about things in the story. I'm like, I'm not really too sure what happens, and you're like, it's just this is what happened, and then this. I'm like, that's why he writes stuff, and I don't.
it's but listen, man, loads of the ideas were yours, sir. So I might have just have been putting them together. We were spitballing the whole time. So we kind of both did write it. You know, we both talked about it, and I just kind of put the words down on the page together in a orderly fashion that made sense
Sense.
in the English language. Aye. um, oh no! Wait a minute, Paul. Hold the bus. Right.
What,
We never
what?
said anything. We never said anything about greys. We're putting grey shading into this. Is this is happening?
By the way, this is how I don't have blacks. You use blacks. I use grey.
Right. Okay.
Like, by the way, this could be a trial. Do you know what I mean?
I like what's happening.
Because you always talk about how you're happy with me. Well, it's great how you just love me drawing over your work, but I never draw over yours.
No, I don't mind it at all.
SpongeBob, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
SpongeBob's following us. I love him.
The real one too.
Mr. Krabs is my favourite though.
I couldn't even tell you anything about SpongeBob. It's never been something that I've been into.
What?
Right, do you know what? See
You've
now
been?
that no, I couldn't tell you anything about it. Nothing.
I'm leaving right now. Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm leaving.
It must be an age thing because it wasn't my age.
It wasn't mine either, but I've got two brothers in their mid 20s, so um, it was kind of on all the time when they were growing up. So I just ended up like I'd be sitting there like hungover and stuff, and I'm like, what is this annoying shit? And then I'd watch it and I'd be like, oh, this is amazing.
This isn't annoying. I'm loving this. This is the best thing ever.
It's like my wee boy loves SpongeBob as well, and like I do Mr. Krabs' voice, and
Aye, what's that sound like?
he, I like money. Ooh, money. Mm,
I wish I knew more about it.
money.
Just say that.
Money.
I guess he likes money.
He does. He loves it. Wait a minute. I'm adding some blacks into your.
No, don't worry, mine's are going to get right down. So
Oh no, this is a. Aye, this is looking cool.
Hellboy, thanks for joining us. I'm guessing you're probably off by now. I don't think you wait for us to say that before you leave, but I appreciate it. Aye,
Yes. Goodbye.
this is what we're
Thank
talking
you.
about. So this is the kind of time where I wish I
Oh,
knew
but
this program
you
more.
just is Hellbound, Dobby?
No, different person.
Oh. Right, I was going to say, what if we need to know something? Panicked a wee bit there.
No, Hellbound Dracula just commented saying old SpongeBob is quality.
Yes, fucking SpongeBob's amazing. Love it. One of my favourite episodes is where he learns how to swear. Him and Patrick learn how to swear. So you don't
Seriously?
actually hear swear words. It's just a dolphin noise that comes out their mouth when they swear, and everybody's like proper offended. And it's one of the best episodes. I love it.
Aye, that does sound a bit nuts.
Just for reference, by the way, I'm 36 years of age. Okay, I
Uh,
still love it.
I think that's gone these kind of days, isn't it? Because I'm older than you, and cartoons are definitely my most watched thing. Went to the way to bed long before I turned cartoons off.
Oh, do you know what's really good? I don't know. Like you must like Rick and Morty, surely,
Aye, aye.
right? Right. Well, have you watched Solar Opposites yet?
No, don't even. I've never even heard it.
Uh, it's Justin Roiland's kind of his Imrie project that he's got happening. I take it in between Rick and Morty, and it's animated the exact same way, and it's about an alien, this alien kind of family that crash land on Earth after their planet's destroyed, and they're trying to kind of assimilate with humans. Dude, it's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. The whole thing is just wild.
To,
Brilliant, no.
to be fair, I was a massive Rick and Morty fan, right? I was, but I feel as if the last season just didn't do it for me as much.
It was a wee bit of an anticlimax.
Whereas I feel as if see Inner Space,
Uh huh.
Inner Space is
Love it.
has been a better. I know it's only 2 seasons in, but I like how they're creating a story. They're creating like it's coming to an end. You know that. Whereas I feel as if Rick and Morty have been just teasing it for too long, and it's starting to annoy me a wee bit.
Aye,
It's a
there's.
bit of that whole Walking Dead kind of thing happening. Where come on, just what's happening with the other Morty? You know what I mean? Just tell me something. I feel as if I watched that last season and nothing.
Oh,
Aye,
with
each
oh, with the
episode
evil Morty, right? Okay. Aye.
each episode was is good in its own, but I felt as if there was no over, there wasn't enough for the overarching story for the last season. I felt as if it,
Yes.
which was a bit disappointing. A lot of filler. The program we're using is it's a pro. It's not even, by the way, it's a web page called app.magnastudio.io. It means you can draw at the same time as other people. So me and William Spaceboy are sitting in totally different places, and we can draw at the same time on this one app. We think it does up to a lot. Aye, I'm right. A lot. It does. It says a lot.
I think it does up to a lot. Yes.
By the way, this whole grayscale black areas is what nice. I feel as if you need to go a wee bit more on kit though.
Aye, underneath his.
It's up to you. But aye.
No, no, totally. Yes. I
Away.
watched
By
the
the way,
movie last.
we're creating you see if you're watching this live, you're watching us create or develop our style to draw together. I don't know if initially we drew the comic on our own, but we have
Uh
spoke
huh.
about possibly drawing the comic together,
Yep.
which might be a thing that we do, and I think that might be some sort of world first. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Just maybe.
I think it's see if Procreate man had they had a way that we could actually draw on the same canvas together. Man, that would be a game changer.
Aye, it's not going to happen now because I've got that new M1 chip on the new iPad, so they're just talking
The
about
what?
M1 chip, the new M1 chip on the iPad.
I've not
So
seen it.
you can draw it in 3D and stuff. So I don't know if you've noticed on the new update you could take a picture of your face and draw on your face, but now it seems to be you can draw on anything. So you can take a picture of a skateboard and move it about and draw it in 3D and stuff.
Oh, I like that.
It's
That's going to
gimmicky in it.
cut time down and shit, man. Aye, but I mean, it's gimmicky for like somebody that wouldn't have an application for that. Do you know what I mean? But I can think of several applications for that. You know, we just kind of getting sketches done.
I'm
If you're
just
going to
trying to
go
make
drawing
reasons
something, do
why
you know what I
I
mean?
feel as if I just bought a new iPad like 4 months ago, and
Uh,
this new one's like the same price as the one that I just bought, which is gutting.
oh no way, dude! Really?
It seems as if like the price, it's no much of a difference. Do you know what I mean? Seems as if like the price doesn't really change that much when a new one comes out. So I think I've kind of bought one right at the end of the whole cycle.
Oh, that shit. They should. They used to change, dude. The price used to change. Like I remember the price used to change quite drastically.
But it's only right,
Um,
it has changed, right? But it's only like £100 different. Do you know what I mean?
oh no, that's bullshit, man.
Aye, so
I think we're getting into a time, a really odd time, where it seems things are just disposable far too fast.
well, what I'm finding is the
Do you
good
know what
thing
I mean?
is see my old iPad,
Uh huh.
the 12.9 inch one, it's still worth a good amount. So I'm finding that it's I'm going to trade it in, and it's still worth a
Aye,
good amount.
aye.
Do you know what I mean? It seems to be they just kind of hold their value across the board, kind of thing.
Is it still working?
Aye, I know the only issue with it is it was full. Do you know what I mean?
iPad's full. Buy a new one.
Well, I know that sounds ridiculous, right? Like
No, I know you needed it. I know you needed it for like, and it was like fucked,
by
and
the
you
way,
were like,
any any other system would fine. You put a memory card in, you can just transfer stuff over, no issues. See, with an iPad, you can't do that. See, if you get a 64 gig iPad, that is it. That's all you've got. You can't transfer that to anybody else. You can't do anything. See, especially like the way Procreate works. Like my iPad is solely for Procreate. Right, that's all it is. So see if I fill up 64 gig of Procreate on my iPad, I can't put that anywhere else. I can't transfer it onto like a hard drive or something else. Right, that's lies. You can. I could individually go through every file and send it to my Dropbox and then download it and do that. But you're not going to do that, are you?
who's got time for that?
I like who has got time for that? I mean, because it takes. See, when you have you ever uploaded a Procreate file onto Dropbox? It takes about 15 minutes, right? About 15 minutes, everyone. I don't know why, because I've got a cracked internet connection. Everything else in the house is brilliant. But any time that I need to upload a Procreate file to Dropbox is about 15 minutes. So I have got folders in my. Right, we'll just look right away there. Procreate, right? I mean, that's got 245 pieces of artwork, 259, 93, 295, 233, 45. Do you know what I mean? Like these are. I mean, I can't do that. I've not got the time to do that. Like really? So you could have backed it up, but it was definitely easier for me to buy a new iPad.
Could have bought more storage, more online storage, but
By the way, I can remember when
no.
like Claire got me that one, right? And I had like a 21 inch digital drawing tablet, right? I mean, Claire got me the iPad. It was like a surprise, and I can remember her asking me one night, saying, "Look, would you need a lot of memory?" And I'm like, "Nah." So I'm just drawing pictures, and they don't take up much memory. Oh man! See if I didn't say that. See that old iPad? That was totally fine. There was no issues with it whatsoever for what I needed it for, other than space. Do you know what I mean?
Just that, like, I mean, the whole new iPad with the is that the only new feature?
Oh no! It's an M1. It's an M1 chip it's got in it. It's got full LED something display. No, it looks awesome, man. It looks super awesome. I'm. Stop talking about it, right? We'll just move on.
you, you're like I know you, man, right? And I know that for a fact. The more you talk about it, you're just going to laugh. So I bought the new iPad, man. I just went and got it.
Aye,
I
my
couldn't
Wayne's
help
only going
myself.
to have lunch for the next couple of months at
Aye,
school and that, but it's fine.
it's all right.
Have you seen the 21-inch one?
No,
There's a
the
21-inch
21-inch.
square one, aye. It's a 21-inch square iPad Pro.
What?
Aye, man. That's to me, right, see, I seen that first, by the way, I seen the M1 chip 21-inch iPad Pro and I thought, you know what, that's cool, but it's definitely not for me. And I thought, that's fine, I can bring that out, I don't mind, that's fine. It wasn't until I seen the 12.9-inch M1 Pro, I was like, oh man.
Oh, do you know what I did see though? I did see the new iMacs. With they're all the different colours. They look awesome. They're doing the whole. They're bringing back the whole thing they did um, years ago.
I don't know what you mean.
You remember you must remember the iMac when they first brought out the iMac, and it was like and
Oh,
it had the
right,
coloured
right.
back on it.
Aye, no, I do know what you mean. But see when you says that, like
And
I was thinking that IMAX. Like see when you says iMac, I thought you were talking
on
about
your
some sort of cinema experience there.
are they okay? No, they've kind of they've brought all the iMacs back now with colours, and they look brilliant. Um,
Just in case people don't understand the reference to what we're doing. Hip hop. Um, I'm not sure about Spaceboy, but I use a matte screen protector. It's one of those paper like ones. Um, I used one in my last iPad as well. The first thing I bought when I got the new iPad was one of those paper like screen protectors. It's definitely the best thing I've ever had. Um, do you use one,
I don't
Spaceboy?
use no, I don't use any of that. It's just like literally um, the screen protector that was with the case, and aye, it's just like I don't know. I don't think there's. I don't see. I don't feel like a problem because I was just used to drawing on the Wacom tablet. I had an Intuos 4, and I was just used to drawing on that. So the feeling's just kind of like the same. Drawing on the plastic to plastic feeling of the Intuos.
So
Um,
you actually just used it.
aye, aye, man. It's but I do obviously when you're coming back and forward and you're going to draw on paper again. Um, there's a difference, but like I do much prefer drawing on paper than drawing digitally. Do
Well,
you know what I mean?
back to the one I'm using. I'm using a paper like matte screen protector, right? But see, for talking sake, like I can't add a new layer, right? But see, like areas like here, see here, this whole circular 56 layer.
Uh
That area is now not paper like.
huh.
Whereas
Because you've rubbed in it so much.
whereas I can tell that round about that is. So it might seem as if it's a cool thing. Initially, I don't think it's something that you need. I think I like the matte effect it gives though, because the only reason I'm saying that is I've got a switch, right? I've got a switch light, and I've got a screen protector on that, and it's like a reinforced glass one, right? So it doesn't protect it, but it's not matte, and it catches reflections off it, everything. So see when I'm playing a game, all I can see is my face, and it annoys the hell out of me. And I feel as if I need to have a matte screen protector on that. I feel as if that's something that I should have on there. Which it seems like a weird thing to kind of compare, but I think that's the reason why.
Well, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
Um,
And uh, in your
aye, no,
wee
there's like
way, aye,
because I don't have issues with it. I never ever see my face on my iPad. Do you know what I mean?
aye,
Because it's not got that reflective surface.
uh-huh.
Are you backed up? Yes, I'm backed up. I pay for Apple storage or whatever one it is. I pay that monthly. I think it's like £3.99. I'm glad I did because most people in here probably realised or know about the issues I had with my last iPad where it packed in and I never ever got it back. And the only reason I got the images that I had was because I did back it up. But I definitely back everything up. I've got it all in the wee tick box. My Procreate's all backed up. I would recommend everybody to back up. Right, ready back up. Just in general, should be.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
were you away again?
I get chucked at the chat again, man. I just heard the beeps. Aye, I think it should just say Kit and Grin then up instead of Imrie and Spaceboy.
What's that?
I think we should just put Kit and Grin up here instead of Imrie and Spaceboy.
Maybe Hellboy's talking about see-through shells. Can you remember that was all the rage when you used to get your Game Boy? Everything was like see-through.
Aye, aye.
I hated it.
Um,
I hated it.
it's kind of, I don't know. My wee brother had one of the Game Boy Advances,
Give me
and it
your
was a clear,
grey Game Boy any day, or your purple Game Boy Advance, or no, purple Game
I
Boy Color.
agree. No, Game Boy Advance. I think the well, no, it was no, it was the color. You're right. It was a Game Boy
Don't
Advance.
question me on Game Boys.
Was it Game Boy Advance? Was it Game Boy Advance not color though? I'm sure it was. I'm sure the Game Boy Advance was in color.
I wish I never led up with that first comment. Game Boy Advance was just the flip one, wasn't it?
No,
Aye,
Game
it
Boy
was.
Advance was
Oh
no Game
no,
Boy Advance was a wee handheld one with the shoulder buttons in it.
aye, the wide one.
Aye. Oh, the one that my brother had was purple. Pretty sure. God, I remember when the PSP first came out as well. I loved that, man.
Right, so the Game Boy Advance was purple, wasn't it? And
I think there was different colours
the Game Boy Color
eventually.
was the small, right? So it was Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. I love my Game Boy, man. By the way, I'm curious how you managed to snag the paper like because I had that one on my last iPad for like 2 years. They send you two. See when you buy one, you always get two, and I never even replaced the last one. So I think more. I think I like it more for the matte finish rather than the actual effect. I keep seeing these the wee rubber tips you get for the pencils. Have you noticed that? Like the ads about putting
I
rubber
did,
tips.
aye. They look awesome.
Anybody tried them? Because I wouldn't mind even trying that out as well. But on that note, guys, I know it seems to appear kind of weird segue to kind of finish it up, but I feel as if what the withdrew is finished. Apart from that really
Yes.
rubbish hip hop writing, but that's fine. We're alright with that. And I appreciate for everybody joining in, and I think we're going to finish up tonight, guys. If anybody wants to quickly ask anything or whatever before we leave, then you've got the next 10 seconds, and then that's that done.
Should we like make up a wee tune to take us out?
Go for it, on you go. Did you just finish it on Spaceboy?
And Imrie, I said Imrie
No,
as
you
well.
didn't. You did
Did you
not.
not
You
hear that
definitely
part?
did not.
I said Spaceboy.
You did not say Spaceboy, Imrie. You said Spaceboy, and then that was it.
I said Spaceboy, Imrie.
You need to do it
I
again.
must have, I
You
must
need
have. I did. Bye everyone.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining in, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Appreciate all the involvement. Thanks. Bye bye.